But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's becoming a parody of itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw him there with his little tissues in his collar, just sitting there. No, it's not a replay. We're live. Believe me, I know it's every morning now. I'm obsessed with this guy. Every time I pop out of that elevator, I just look right at that dumb fucking podium and have to look at his dumb face.
Good morning.
Good morning. With gusto, he says it. I love it. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Opie and Anthony show. Good morning. In for the vacationing Opie? No one, I guess. But Jimmy Norton's here.
Yes, I am.
And our own Sam Roberts. And, of course, Danny Ross at the computer. And it has just been a treat to actually say, hey, Danny, could you punch up something on the internet and have it pop up within a minute, and just it really reiterates what an awful job Sam Roberts does at the computer
And on the mic.
If I had pulled up the Three Stooges dialogue scene that Danny pulled up, which was a thing that just happened.
Yeah, but it worked out in the end.
I would have been destroyed. Yeah, I would have been destroyed, and then it would have worked out in the end anyway.
You're right. You know why?
Why?
Because you're 95% bad,
Right.
and he's like 95% right on the money.
You also didn't-
so he makes one thing where it's like the Three Stooges, but at least it was the Three Stooges. You'd have pulled up fucking like the Cat in the Hat, and we've been like, what the fuck is this shit?
I don't know. You said you wanted old shows.
I don't know.
You
No,
also, I don't have the learning. I'm on a learning curve.
Learning curve?
Yeah.
You should go to Sylvan, you tard. You're the worst. Learning curve, my ass.
Exaggerated.
Yeah, well, it's a treat to have the internet actually available to the show in lieu of callers.
It's a treat to provide it for you guys.
See, everyone's having a treat. Jimmy Norton, how are you this morning?
Oh, just filled with treats. Do you miss the callers?
I do not miss the callers whatsoever.
I forgot we had a phone.
I know.
It's great.
It's great. And from a lot of the tweets that I read, I do read your tweets. The fucking listeners don't miss the callers either. Like, thank God. You know who misses the callers? The people that call in.
Yep.
And it's the same shitheads every fuck day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to get through my day without hearing what Marcos from Yonkers has to say.
Lady Trucker misses the call.
Oh, God, of course. Bobo misses the callers.
Hey, I wanted to call in and make an obvious statement just to be on the air. All right, cool. All
right.
Every day?
Great. Let's take it.
Yeah, Shelly from Ronkonkoma, you're on.
Oh, God. Hi, guys. Shut up. We don't care. Bleed. Well, I gotta start right away with this one.
I know where this is going.
Oh yeah.
Are you praising me?
Yes, Jimmy Norton is the cutest boy.
Yay.
Okay.
As teased on Twitter?
No.
This rant wasn't teased on Twitter?
Yeah, it was. Okay. I was up very late last night, and I want to thank all of my mommies out there that have to say, don't you have a show to do in the morning? Yeah, I do. That's why I nap during the day and then come in here. But I was up until after 2 a.m. Watching some television, which, of course, I like to do, and it is part of this gig to kind of be aware of what's on the TV. A lot of people watch the television. And in the city, I was staying in the city, in my Compound West, as I like to call it. No one else does. But I have Time Warner Cable. Time Warner Cable in the city, as opposed to Fios out on Long Island. Time Warner Cable, I can't even put into words how infuriating it is to pay money. You're paying for a service.
Yes.
And you're literally paying to get aggravated on a daily basis. Not even a daily basis. I wouldn't mind on a daily basis. Once a day, if I got aggravated at Time Warner Cable and went, motherfuckers. Look, the remote isn't working once today. It is literally minute by minute aggravation with Time Warner Cable. And they know it's fucked, and they do nothing about it, and their customer service sucks fucking dick.
Well, they know you have no choice. You're stuck with them.
Right.
They know that.
Exactly. And I wouldn't put this past them. I've heard rumor, an innuendo, that they are paying off buildings in Manhattan to not install Fios and other services in those buildings. Pay them money, little kickbacks or whatever the fuck they call it, to not let another cable company come in and install cable in their building, because they know they would flock to the other service to get away from Time Warner Cable. This is how pissed Time Fucko Cable got me last night at 2 in the morning. I literally ordered a Sling Box at 2 a.m. I ordered a Sling Box so I could stream my wonderful Fios service from my house to the apartment. And I will be canceling Time Warner Cable. Thank you, Time Warner. I will be canceling that service because you can't even give me the simplest of service. I only have the minimum there. I'm not in the city all the time. So I have the minimum service. I just have the basic channels. And all I want it to do is work. I want to be able to turn the TV on, have it actually come on, and then put on the channel guide and scroll fluidly through the channel guide to see what's on. And then when I have my show selected on the guide, press OK, and then have it go to that channel. Is that a lot to ask in 2012? In the future here, where we reside? I guess it is, because I was also so infuriated at 2 in the morning that I decided to make a customer service call, which I should have recorded, but then I would have been tempted to play it without his permission, and I would have gotten in big trouble. So don't say I should have recorded it, because I couldn't have played it anyway.
How many sane customer service calls do you think they get at that hour?
Not many, and they sure didn't last night either. That's for sure.
What was wrong with the channel?
The cable box was completely rebooting every hour. Every hour, and not even at the top of the hour. It was just about every hour. So in the middle of whatever you're watching, it just stopped and then went to the so fast reboot that happens with Time Warner boxes. It's a good 10 minutes.
Every hour?
Every hour, a 10-minute reboot to get back to New York 1. To go back to a channel that then I got to go through the misery of the guide that is jumpy and doesn't flow. So now every hour I had to go through every single thing that pisses me off about Time Warner Cable. And so then I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go to On Demand. I'm going to go to my free TV On Demand, AMC, because, of course, some people have not seen all of the Walking Dead episodes. So I wanted to play them, and it wouldn't play. It came up and said, not available right now. Please try later. So after everything, so I get on the fucking phone, and I go through their little beep, beep, beep menu, press 1, press 2, and I get a guy on the phone, and I guess I could have let him speak a little more. I was the one just talking and talking, but I had so much to say. First thing they do is put you through a menu that says, and I think this is complete horseshit to throw everyone off their track. Right. They go, there are some outages in your area. Really?
Oh, okay.
And we're working on it. And then they say this too. You could stay on for customer service, but, and it's the recording, but they will not be able to assist you with outages in the area. So they're saying there's an outage in your area. Don't call customer service because they can't assist you with this. So they're pretty much telling you, just hang up.
Because everybody's calling in at 2 o'clock in the morning to report an outage.
Right, yes. Right, exactly. So I'm not going for the recording at all. I wait for the guy. He gets on there. And I start going through my problem. He came on pretty quickly. And then he reiterates to me that he can't help about the outages. I go, I don't care about the outages. If there's an outage, I go, that's fine. That would be a rare occurrence, whatever. I could deal with that. I go, but it's the day-to-day, and I didn't even say crap. I made sure I didn't curse, because when you curse, that gives them every opportunity to hang up on you.
Yeah.
I said it's the day-to-day garbage that I deal with Time Warner Cable. And then I started questioning him. I go, do you have Time Warner Cable, sir? He's like, yes, I do.
Yes,
I said, right? Are you happy with it? Yes, I am. I go, I'm thinking you're lying to me. I'm honestly thinking you're lying. I go, does your screen freeze every maybe 15 minutes? And I was giving them the benefit of the doubt because mine freezes literally every 5 minutes. The screen will totally freeze. And this is when it's not rebooting every hour. It'll totally freeze, no sound, no nothing, and then it'll jump forward when it finally decides to kick in. And that's a treat also.
Or how about when you're entering a bunch of codes into the remote and it's not doing anything, but you're frustrated, so you keep hitting stuff, and then it finally decides to catch up.
Oh, to channel 70,000.
Yeah, and then it starts doing stuff that you can't stop it from doing for a minute until it catches up with all the key presses.
Retroactive key press. Yeah, and then it just decides, I'll put in every key that he just hit.
All right now in a whole row, and you won't be able to stop me.
Right. No stopping me now. I'm going to scroll 20 channels now. You fucks. So the guy, I called him out for lying that he was happy with his own service because I absolutely doubt that ever happened. Then I started telling him about all the problems I had, the channel freezing, the rebooting, everything like that. He honestly didn't want to hear it. He goes, well, and then he says, and this got me also, well, there's really nothing I could do about it right now. Our system is down here. I went, well, what a coincidence. My whole system's down too. My TV doesn't work. He had no answer for me. I called customer service. He got through. I'm like, why are you there? I go, you should just go home. Go home.
That's what you told him?
Yeah. I told him to take the rest of the day, go home, and watch your wonderful Time Warner service. He hung up on me. I didn't curse. I didn't do anything. The motherfucker hung up on me.
That's why you should have recorded it.
I know. I was so fucking pissed.
How angry of you.
When he hung the phone up on me. I did that thing where I just looked around the room and went, he hung up. What? He hung up on me. I couldn't control my rage.
Did you get his name first?
Of course not.
Always get their names. Because
then they're more leery to hang up.
Have to be.
Right. Now I know who you are. I know where you live.
Yeah. And
you don't know who we are, but we know who you are.
Slip them a 50. Tell them you're recording it, too.
Yeah.
I've had them go, well, you're not supposed to. I'm like, well, are you recording it? Well, yes. Well, then why can't I?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You're recording this for quality control. I'm recording for quality control and for a radio show. Hope you don't mind. I will do that next time.
Bleep his name out.
I'm going to do it when I call up to cancel Time Warner Cable, when I get my sling box put in and have the wonderfulness of Fios right there in my apartment.
Are they good sling box? I had one. I never used it.
Well, Danny swears by it. It's
they serve a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And if your need, is for that device, it works identically to what you need it to do for you. So if you have let's say you have a second apartment in the middle of the country somewhere.
Oh, I should be so lucky.
And you don't want to pay for cable. You're just like, well, I'm barely here. Why would I pay for cable? It's ridiculous. Hook up a sling box, and now you have cable in your weekend place or wherever, and you're not paying two separate cable bills.
Does it go through your computer?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like, one side of it is your TV at home, your box at home, and then you just kind of connect to it through this device. And then so you just stream your whatever you have at your house on to wherever you are.
Is it as fast?
Yeah, I mean, there might be like a slight delay, not even a split second, but
if anything's better than fucking Time Warner, believe me.
And I'm sure, like, the ones that I used to play with, I mean, they're already years old, so I'm sure they've only gotten better since, so I wouldn't be worried about it.
You know what I want to do? I want to take a phone call because Raphael seems to know why my service doesn't work.
I bet your box is fucked up.
Oh, let's go. Raphael?
Yeah.
Hi, you're one of the few callers today. How are you, sir? And please let me know why my service doesn't work.
All right, sir. Well, you said you had an apartment, right, that the service is in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, the reason why the apartment is, they got so many lines coming out the apartment, and one line can't handle all the apartments at one time. So
hang up! I don't care. First of all, apartment, a schmartment. when I was on Twitter last night posting my fucking hardships that I'm having with Time Warner, I got a bunch of people that were commiserating with the same exact problems I'm having. Do they all live in my building? Huh? And I've known people with Fios in buildings that have no fucking problems. Just because there's what? I don't even live in a giant fucking metropolis building. I'm living in a building that's probably a couple of apartments on each floor, and there's like 8 floors. Stop! What do you think? I'm at a giant futuristic building?
I am.
Jimmy is.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. See?
I have Fios.
And you have Fios, and it works, right?
Yes, it does.
See? And there's a bunch of people, so don't give me shit. It's fucking Time Warner that has no idea about fucking fixing their shit.
Are they not installing any more apartments at all?
Fios?
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard tell something earlier. We just said it on the air, but I guess they're still installing shit. Maybe there's a timeline they have.
Because I had heard that, too, that certain buildings weren't going to get it. But I'm telling you, there was a mass exodus out of my building. I'm sure.
Yeah, there has to be. Why pay for aggravation? And you know, they could be like, oh, well, whatever. We lose one guy.
They don't care.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck.
Care. Look, I cannot imagine they're not sitting there taking cancellation calls and going, wow, you know, we get a lot of cancellation calls. How does that happen? And I told the guy also, I go, I'm canceling your service. When I put my sling, I gave my whole life story. When I put my sling box in, I'm canceling the service. And I go, and I don't want to get calls from you guys a few weeks later going, would you please re-sign up with us and we'll give you 6 months of shit for free? I don't want free shit. I'd rather pay for good stuff. I love when they try to get you back. Cablevision did that with me. The guy came to my fucking door. The guy knocks on my door and fucking, hi, I'm a shithead asshole from Cablevision.
I would have told him to get the fuck out of my face. Like, you just showing up at my doorstep?
Yeah,
Get the
leave.
fuck out of my face.
I canceled the service. There was a reason for it. And then he's trying to tell me that the service is better. Well, you know, Fios has this, and we have this. And Fios, and we have, Like, I lived through it. I fucking had your service. It sucked. So I got a better service that I'm happy with. Well, we could knock the price down. Fuck you. I'm going to pay for, you know, why am I paying less for something I don't want than paying the same or even a little more for something that I really do want?
News 12 Westchester.
News 12. Wow, I sure miss it. That is the one caveat, boy. Oh, do I miss News 12?
Those old people, they miss their News 12. The complaining that I hear sometimes.
Oh.
Really? Because you know, some old woman doesn't have her fucking News 12 anymore. And it's just like, you just want to strangle them because they don't understand the difference. They just know that they don't have something that they used to have. And you just really want to put your fist through their abdomen.
I want the News 12.
When you
It's nothing. Local Long Island news.
When you cancel Time Warner, will you tell them why?
I will go on a tirade like I have gone on the phone. Yes, I absolutely will let them know that I was not very pleased with their service.
I don't get many contact notices from them. Occasionally they'll write and they'll say, you know, we'd like to have you back, but it's not a lot. They're just a shit service.
One is too much.
They're a
One
shit
is
service,
too much.
dude.
And then the box was kind of, you know, working in between the hour that it would reboot, and I was dozing off around 2:45-ish, and the insult to injury, the final little thing before I went off to Dreamyland, is hearing Time Warner Cable. Yeah, it was a commercial, you know, where they toot their own fucking horn on the cable company's thing, and they were telling how great it is. Our speeds are fast. Or the television package, and I just kind of looked over my shoulder and looked at the TV like, you gotta be shitting me.
Well, Bob Kelly has the new one. He's swearing he's getting the new one. The new, faster one. He's saying, dude, it's better than Fios.
Oh, fuck you, Bobby. What a lump of shit. No, it's not. You brainwashed.
You know, I fucking called. I had some issues like everyone else who lives in New York and has an iPhone with AT&T. You know, there was a you're in the middle of Manhattan and nothing works. It's frustrating.
It is
so
amazing.
you call and I was just, you know, asking the guy on the phone, I was just like, you know, that's a metropolis. It's 10 million people. Like, how does the phone not work in Times Square? It's ridiculous. And the guy, he goes, well, you know, if you read your user agreement, it does say that we are, you know, that you will not be covered 100% of the time. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Are you telling me that, like, tough luck, tough titty, sir? Like, I know that you're trying to pay for a service here, but you signed the piece of paper that said tough titty on it.
And who fucking reads the service contract?
Like,
and when it says it's not available in all areas, I would assume it means if you're in the high desert of Utah, perhaps you'll have an issue.
Exactly. And I'm like, dude, I was like, this is the middle. I was like, do you understand that they call Times Square the crossroads of the universe?
Yeah.
I was like, you don't understand? I can't send a text message.
Perhaps a few bars there it might help.
And here's another thing too. I said, well, how much is it to cancel my contract right at this very moment? And he goes, well, you don't have a lot of things, you know. Oh, it would cost $200 or whatever. And I said, well, that's ridiculous. I'm not paying for that. So I was just like, what are you going to do to rectify this? Because like we can't just hang up the phone and have this continue. So what's going to happen? So he offered me like $20 off on my bill for the next 6 months. And I'm like, well, okay, that's great for 6 months. But I was like, I don't want that. I just want to leave. So I was just like, why don't you take me that value, that $120 value that you were just offering me, apply it to the contract cancellation fee.
Yeah.
I'll pay the balance.
And then I'm
gone.
gone.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir, I can't do that. And I was just like, you know.
But you know what?
It's not about money.
They're breaching their contract by providing the service so poorly.
I think so.
That's
I
a
really
breach
do.
of contract because you're right. Sometimes you're going to get a call drop that happens.
Yeah,
Everyone. Verizon has it happen. Although I was texting on the plane. I was on the fucking plane.
You were doing what?
That's craziness. That's crazy.
It was wonderful.
Everyone knows you can't do that. It's not possible.
Yeah, I know.
The planes you can't call or do.
30,000 feet. Some of them wouldn't go through, but I had a few actually go through back and forth.
Wow.
And I was like, with AT&T on 6th Avenue, I'm fucked. So that you should be able to cancel for, like, when they look at your record and see that many fucking text messages that don't go through, they should allow you to cancel.
They don't want cancellations, though.
No, because they figure that you'll just forget or like you'll calm down or cool off and then just continue to pay. And I'm just not.
And they don't want to tell their shareholders that they're losing subscribers.
And like all I really want to hear out of somebody on the other end of the phone is just a little bit of honesty. Just be like, you know, it is problematic. We've been having a lot of trouble. You know, like that's all you got to say. And I'll be like,
excuses.
And I'll be like, and they'll be like, well, maybe it's your SIM card. And I'm just like, well, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's a lot of different people that I know with the phone. So I really don't think it's, 12 people that I know with bad SIM cards.
It's everybody that's been in New York City with AT&T knows there's a fucking issue.
Maybe it's just a bad tower. Where is it? Where are you having the problem? Do you know that this is what they fucking offered me as a solution. Did you know that there's an app where you can report dead spots?
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, that's not the fucking problem. The problem is there's a dead spot called Manhattan that I need fucking services.
Why should you all of a sudden go to work for them for free?
Yeah. You're now telling them.
And I'm still paying my service fee or whatever, and you're not helping me with my issue, and then you're basically saying, well, if it doesn't work, go fuck yourself because you signed a contract.
Those service agreements where it costs you money to get out of it like that,
that's just
it's robbery. It's ridiculous, and they only do it because they know they could give you subpar service, and you have no recourse aside from losing money, and that's the only reason. Like, why would they do that? Unless they wanted to keep you as a customer, even though they're fucking you.
I have had them so many times give me money back because for months, like I mean, like they'll give you maybe sometimes $50 or whatever. But I'm
getting 6 months. 6 months, I get $20 credit.
Nice.
Too bad I won't be with AT&T long enough to totally take advantage
get
of
all of it.
Because the day my contract's up, I'll see
leave.
I always demand more, and then you just keep getting supervisors. If you want to stay on the phone for a while, they will eventually do it to get rid of you.
Because you end up being on the phone for 20 minutes per person, and sometimes you got to spend 2 or 3 people's worth of time to get what you really want. So it becomes not worth. It's like, what am I really fighting for here? So it's just like, all right, go fuck yourself.
And they know
I'll deal with you in June.
They know that. That's the way they look at it too. They're like, they don't.
It's unfortunate.
The doctor is in.
Dr. Gay!
In your butt.
Yeah, Dr. Gay. The doctor is in. What's up there, Travis?
I'm the last one to stand up for AT&T.
Oh.
Or any phone company for
Are
that
you
matter.
protesting for them outside your signs?
Yeah.
Occupy. What?
But, when you want to cancel your contract and they want you to pay, that's because you bought a subsidized phone and they need to get their money back.
I understand that.
Okay. Now, I'm just making sure that when you buy an iPhone for $300 instead of $600, the way they make their money is by you paying a bill for 2 years.
Who invited the suit? They've
I know they've made their money. Oh, trust me, I know they've made their money, but that's the reason.
Chill.
That is true, though. That's true.
You know what, though? How come when I bought my other iPhone, it cost me the same amount? I had to pay retail for the iPhone.
Because you were still under contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you were still under contract for the original one. I'm not saying it makes sense or it's right.
It's like, hey, wait a minute,
I'm
I'm paying full price. Now you should just cut off the fucking... Well,
they'll say, yeah, no problem, Mr. Cumia. Can we sign you up for another 2 years?
Just got to tell me what about your fee. I hate the word fee now. I can't hear the word fee without thinking of Wade saying it.
It's a hacky thing to say what's on the phone bill and go over everyone like every radio show has done it, but it really is enraging, the fees and charge. They just fuck you. They just fuck you.
Just turning the screws on you.
And 911 fee.
Yeah, it's a lot of taxes and stuff, so it's not even the phone company fucking you as far as that goes. It's all these people that have decided for some reason they could just reach into your pocket and pull out shit and just tag it onto your phone bill. How did that happen? Hey, what can we do? Why don't we just add some shit to the phone bill? Oh, okay. It's like somebody just charging shit to your fucking credit card.
You know what his name is?
Yeah, we just want to, charge this to your credit card.
Surcharge.
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 Oh, you should get an elbow for that one.
It's like a funny joke. I mean, I think there were some commercials that were going around, right? Wasn't there like a Verizon commercial?
Surcharge.
Yeah. He doesn't work here, surcharge. I was like, where'd he go? Did he get fired or something?
Travis has his bill up.
Yeah, I just want to see what.
Whoa, you pay that much?
$13. Well, this is for 2 phones. $13 usage charge.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Isn't that the phone
That's your bill?
Usage, you're using it.
$2 for credits / adjustments / other charges. That's it. Just other.
What
we'll just throw that into other charges.
What does that even mean?
Government fees and taxes, $12.
You know how many people are paying $12 and how that adds up to the government getting that and still not knowing what the fuck to do with it?
I don't like a usage fee.
Usage? That's the whole thing you're getting. That's the initial just bill. You shouldn't have a fee on top of the bill because you're using it.
That's like That's like football selling you those fucking ownership right.
Yeah,
the rights to
PSLs.
PS whatever.
Yeah.
For
For your particular bill, Travis, you're paying. The math comes to 15% of your bill is just taxes and fees and shit.
That's great. That's great, right?
Other.
Well, at least you're doing your fair share.
Sure am.
Do your fair share. Aren't some people getting free phone service? Some of these fucking welfare shitheads. Aren't they getting free phone service?
Are they getting free cell phones?
We just read about that. Yeah. There's something. I'm sure I should research a little more before I just totally wipe.
Talking about the homeless 4G hotspot.
No,
thing?
not the hotspot thing. No, this was going back a couple of months, and I heard that some people were getting free cell phones to use. I don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
Their drug deals or stuff, whatever. And then, I also had another problem yesterday.
Oh, no.
That was
a rough
one.
That was infuriating. I understand many of these are what we call your white people problems. I understand.
Luxury problems.
Luxury problems. But you know something? Why should I be inconvenienced and not be able to watch television when I'm paying for a service? That's all I'm trying to say. Problem 2 yesterday. Holy fuck. I decided I was going to go out on the town. Little dinner. Just me. A little night out. I was going to find a nice little Italian place. Get myself some veal marsala. So I find a really nice place with outdoor seating and not on the sidewalk. I hate that. It's like an area that's kind of fenced in, little wrought iron fence, about 2 foot high, little dug-in pit-like area that all these nice tables are in, but it's outside, so you could watch the people walking on the sidewalk. And I'm sitting out there. I get a nice bottle of wine. I got the cheese and the bread, and it's wonderful. Oh, like my mother used to make.
By the way, this is Anthony did not go by himself. Anthony had a male escort meet him.
All right. A male escort.
A young Brazilian lad. Like Madonna used to fuck.
Hi, Daddy.
A nice 20-year-old, a Brazilian backup dancer.
Uncut. It was night, and the weather last night was about 60 degrees in the city, just wonderful. I was just sitting there relaxing. It was great. And then, God, if I only had something I could make the sound with. Picture, take any coffee cup, right? Fill it with washers, old keys, and maybe some change. And now shake it like a fucking maraca. And do that on the sidewalk, begging for change and literally harassing people that are going by and cursing at them when they don't give you change. And that was the soundtrack to this wonderful evening that I was paying good money for to sit and enjoy myself. That was the soundtrack to that fucking night. Because some fucking... And this guy, believe me, healthy as a horse. It looked like he had no physical ailments. Could have been working or something to get money. But he's clank, 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 shaking his fucking change cup as I'm just trying to enjoy a night out. Now, I tweeted this last night, and people were getting a little pissy with me. Like, oh, you can't take it, can't do this, but Eddie Murphy. Yes, Eddie Murphy on the Rolly thing from Trading Places. Yeah, I was Agent Orange. Agent Orange was my code name. And people getting pissy with me like I was being snobbish and I had no sympathy. And that. But here's the deal. Why have we reached a point in our society where you're not even allowed to go out and perhaps be pissed if you want to enjoy yourself, and you have to be tolerant. You have to be tolerant with everyone else's fucking problems that you can't completely enjoy a night out that you're paying good money for. I'm the asshole now. Because
there's such an irrational annoyance to people who have money. It's like there's times where people who have money get away with shit and bitch for no reason. But it's like if you're legitimately eating and some asshole, that would annoy anybody, and people forget that that's annoying.
It's annoying.
And if you're homeless and you're walking by that's different. If you're just standing there.
Standing in one spot.
That would annoy anybody.
And everyone that was walking by, he was like rushing towards them with his head down at them, going, yeah, change. Yeah, clang, 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 clang. And it wasn't even like, it's not really a money thing either. It was a fucking restaurant. It's not like I'm at the Ritz. You know, anyone could have been there and been, like you said, annoyed. But then I tweet it, and these fucking assholes got to be like, oh, you know, oh, you're high and mighty. Oh, what? He interrupted because he's hungry and you're eating. He interrupted your time? Yes, he did interrupt it. And why am I not entitled to go out and enjoy a night out without having some fuckhead ruining it by shaking his fucking change cup? To me, it's like, no, I'm not tolerant when it comes to that.
It is annoying.
You think that's a misconception of people like across the country, though, that think that there's
or a misconception.
Oh, you got the forearm.
That there's like one homeless guy in New York and like, oh, what's the big deal? He's just looking for some money. Like this
is like Otis the drunk in Mayberry.
Yeah.
There's one guy. No, there's a fuckload of these idiots. And they're perfectly healthy. They could work if they weren't insane.
There's a guy I see at Penn Station recently, almost every day now, and you know he was a youngish kind of kid. He's not particularly dirty, and he's got a sign that says that he's homeless and hungry, thanks, in advance, and all that stuff. But every time I pass him, he's eating, and it's just like, well, it's just like I'm not going to give you any fucking money for food. It's
you're eating.
It's like you got McDonald's one day, you got a bagel the next day. It's like you're eating better than me, motherfucker.
Perhaps you're eating.
You're not hungry.
Nobody who worked there tried to shoo him off?
No. Although,
was he on your side of the street or across the street?
Well, he started out across the street, but it was echoing off the building. Like he was doing this on purpose to be really loud and get attention to himself. That's like his thing. You know, some people have the mangy dog with them, and other people have the weird sign, or it's a woman laying in the plastic bag. He had the loud change cup. He's loud change cup guy. So that's how he started. Then, after I tweeted how pissed I was and everything, this motherfucker comes over to the 2-foot-high wrought iron little fence around my outdoor area that I was enjoying, comes right up to it, and goes, yo, brah, yeah, I'm hungry out here on the street. I turned to him and went, take it the fuck back across the street. Take it the fuck back across the street. I'm eating. I'm eating. And he's like, oh, man. And he gets all pissed, but he turned and went away. And then the waiter comes over, and it was a real Italian place with real Italians, you know. So I knew I was safe in whatever I said. So I was like, he's like, how is everything? I was like, it's fucking great. I go, this food's fantastic. I go, it's perfect night, except for that fucking guy and his change cup. And he goes, oh yeah, that motherfucker. And then we might have had a personal conversation.
You know what you could have done for the rest of your meal?
Shoot him. That was suggested on Twitter.
You should have said for $5, you should have given him $5. Now, of course, why should you have to? But I mean, because you can.
Yeah.
Give him $10 and go, your cup is driving me nuts. Here's $10 to go 2 blocks away for 2 hours.
What is this, Bronx Tale?
Yeah. You give him $10.
It goes away.
Yeah.
He's out of your hair. Wow, Jim. You read?
But no, you tell him that the fucking shoe motherfucker. Here's $10. Stop shaking that cup.
It was Louis Beans across the street shaking his cup. Oh, please.
Hey, what's the matter with you? See, you're trying to eat the man shaking his lug nuts and cup.
You guys are shaking the cup. You give him $10, he's out of your hair. You're smart.
You read, son? They should have cut the Vos holding a book upside down.
It's the big clock. TikTok. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, so that got me infuriated. Then there was, so I was talking to the guy. It was a really nice restaurant and everything. The guy started literally harassing people up and down the sidewalk, cursing at them when they wouldn't give him change. What the fuck is that all about?
And it's a weird line because these restaurants can't do much.
Nope.
It's a free sidewalk. If you want to have out, they can't say. And I hate when people like pretend they don't understand why that's annoying. When they're like, "Well, you can't do anything," it's like it is annoying, and you can't, act like you don't understand how fucking enraging that is when you're trying to eat, and some guy's just being an obnoxious asshole in that area. Yes.
Oh, it was people were saying I was living a Billy Joel song. It was like that. Which one is that? A bottle of white.
Oh yeah.
A bottle of red.
Italian restaurant.
Yeah. I like to shoot this in the head. See, this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
It was perfect. There was the checkerboard tablecloth, the little red and white checkered tablecloth. I had the red.
Wow.
Yeah. I cannot understand what this said. The table near the street, right? In our old familiar place, you and I, not looking at that face. That's what I thought. Yeah. Shaking his coins. Wait. It all depends upon your... I'm trying to eat. Shut up, you... in this noisy fucking restaurant. That's great. Shut up! Shut up!
Yes.
I'm trying to eat my prosciutto and cantaloupe. My prosciutto, like a mama used to make.
Tony and Eddie.
Tony and Eddie. Yeah, that's what it was, though. Literally echoing off a building with that change fucking cup. And then I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole.
That's because people are just being phony, pretend they don't understand why that's annoying. It is annoying.
Yeah.
If a guy was walking by doing it, but if he's just standing there, who wants to hear that?
Nobody. One thing that was kind of fun was watching when you are sitting on the sidewalks here in New York, eating a little dinner or whatnot, you catch these 5-second snippets of conversation between people. It's like as they're walking by, and it's everything. I can do with this school. I got a thing to do with you next. Workers are business. Fucking ass on her. It's like, and it's all just these little snippets of conversations that are nothing. I mean, I don't want to hear them, but it's just kind of interesting the little things you catch.
Well, that was the fun of walking by people, and we would always have those obnoxious, momentary.
Because you knew they would only listen to that, so you'd make shit up.
You walk right by and just literally just walk by and go, I don't care if she's pregnant, I'll throw her down the stairs and walk by. Yeah. Well, that was a big popular one.
I forgot about that bit. Yeah, you talk about your AIDS test. And
that's right. I forgot that one.
Yeah, the AIDS test.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm so what if I have AIDS? I'm not telling her.
Yeah, I'm not telling her. Jimmy would do this in the elevator, too. Right when we'd walk into an elevator, he'd start up this conversation we were not having, and you'd start in the middle of the conversation like that. It came back positive, but I'm not telling her. Why should I? I don't know how much time I have, and why should?
It's none of our business.
And he'd let the people know he was with me by going right, and then tap me on the shoulder, and I would sit there stone faced, like not acknowledging him,
because it's a really weird line of people like, do you mind your business or do you get involved in the conversation?
Right.
And people will get involved sometimes in the conversation,
or they'll at least look at their friend or look at somebody else and make that horrified face, and it's just so embarrassing.
That's one of the biggest things I miss about the old building is just taking elevators with Jim.
Up with Jim, yeah. The farts were hilarious. A lot of people don't talk in the elevator, so it's absolutely quiet, and you just hear. Not even trying to fake it. And I would go into a convulsing laugh where I could not even breathe. Thank God, because it stunk. But yeah, and the elevator door would open. I'd literally run out because I was laughing hysterically and embarrassed to holy hell.
It's unfortunate that was a 5-story trip.
Yeah.
Whereas here we have like 30-something. Like, we could have really made some good use of this time.
We don't all come and go at the same time.
But the caliber of the tenants that were in that other building, like they were so snobby. I think it made up for it. Like it was like 4 floors of The Economist and fucking
Steinway building. And that was a hoity-toity building.
Remember John Valby on the Steinway? How funny that was
great. Downstairs playing his filthy song.
That was the first day I ever met Bob Kelly, and he didn't introduce me as like a comedian. Introduce himself to me as a comedian. He was just like, I'm Jimmy.
Well, he shouldn't have.
I guess that was a fucking softball.
He still shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And so he just introduced himself as like Jimmy's friend, and now I'm running around the block trying to find John Valby's van. And I just have fucking Bob Kelly following me, and he's just annoying me. He's trying to get me,
Oh,
and so we're walking together, and he's like, "Hey, dude," and then I look, and he looks away, and I'm just like,
why is this?
Who the fuck is this guy? It was so annoying.
People still say that.
And I can't.
Who the fuck is this guy? He's so annoying.
Yeah, when's the headliner coming on?
All these years later, and it's like Bobby, and it's like you love Bobby to death. It's like I can't even believe that's the same person. Like I hated him that day.
Bobby.
Fucking
we got I guess Rich is coming in today, and Bonnie. That's a show in itself right there, isn't it? Oh, boy, those two.
How come Eagles always look so concerned about things?
They got those eyes.
There's 4 of them left.
They are concerned. There's 4 of them.
What happened to Harry? There was 5. Oh, no.
It's like they should all just be going,
Yeah, well.
They're all trying to front how to use Propecia, because they're bald Eagles. They're humiliated by their hair loss. We all look like accountants, and we're dying. What's wrong with us?
A feather weave.
Yeah.
They do, though, look very concerned. They're so much bigger than you really think they are.
They're kind of cool.
They're beautiful birds.
Powerful. Can you imagine that thing coming down to try to snatch you away?
Can't they see from way up?
800 miles away they could see.
I heard they could see the ocean from 2 miles.
That's crazy.
No, but they can see like fucking rats and fucking mice at at these heights.
Yeah, they fly around and then they see something and they dive at it. And they just pick up a fucking whole rabbit, carry him away.
That's where eagle eye comes from. What can they see? 'Cause they swoop down and grab it right off the ground.
Yeah. Wait, no way. This thing takes a goat. What was that? A goat?
I just clicked it, man.
This is a big eagle out in the wild, and I see a bunch of
mountain goats.
Mountain goats. The eagle coming off his little perch. He's gliding.
That thing coming
downward.
at you is a motherfucker.
Thing's fucking like a pterodactyl.
Yeah,
he's in that tuck position. He's diving down. He's got his little fucking talons out. Stop. There's no fucking way that thing is taking a goat.
No, that's
fly away with it. Oh!
He's trying.
He's dragging him off the fucking cliff. Oh, fuck. What is he doing? He dragged the fucking thing off the cliff.
Wow.
It's plummeting to its death.
What an asshole.
What a fucking dick that bird is.
An eagle, it was a baby, obviously, right?
I don't know.
Yo, that's a smart-ass bird.
No, wait, was that thing fucking with its nest?
No,
I don't think so.
He's eating. He's going to eat it.
Yeah, it was just too
It's a great strategy.
So he fucking lets it plummet to its death.
Do you think he meant to drop it, or he just no?
I think it was too heavy for him.
What do you think that goat's thinking?
Like, what the
He is
fuck?
carrying it away now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit!
He's carrying a fucking goat.
That's a baby goat. It has to be.
Who cares? That's insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna rank that as impressive, no matter what.
Yeah, that's
no matter what the
Wow.
age of said goat.
That was some amazing wildlife footage.
Damn, nature, you crazy!
How big do these birds get? How big is that bird?
They have an 82-foot wingspan,
Oh,
Jimmy.
that would explain all the strength in their little talons. Or is it talons, I say? God
I
damn.
fucking hate when people dislike, like, it's nature. Like, this is just.
How do you
this is
not
it's-
like
it's-
that?
Yeah,
but
what happens in
It's
life.
fucking Timothy Wolf hated it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wolf.
Timothy Wolf. The entire Wolf family did not find this entertaining at all. Dumb goat. How they do that dumb chewing with those dead eyes. Good for him. He was probably like, what's this bird trying to fucking do?
Yeah.
It's trying to carry me away. You can't carry. Holy shit, I'm plummeting. I'm plummeting. Oh, man. Big fucking bird.
That is a huge
tell.
fucking bird.
You can't even tell because you don't really have it in
Are they eagles?
scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're so lovely. We should protect them. They're fucking beat the shit out of everything. You know how happy other people in the neighborhood are that they're dead? You think the goats are upset that fucking some hunter capped an eagle?
They would love it. What?
That's a wolf.
I don't even think they're on the endangered list anymore. Eagles. I don't think so.
I think they got taken off.
Yeah, I think they're
like
off of
last
that
year.
fucking endangered species list.
But that eagle is not really that even scared of that goat. He's fucking
No.
around. They're fighting over the same.
Pulling the entrails out.
Well, that's a wolf.
A wolf.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Fucking ballsy, man.
Yeah, you know what it's like to try to
But you just
put your hand in on a dog food when the dog is trying to eat. Imagine a wolf.
Like, you don't even have, like, a claw that you could, like, swipe at?
No.
You're opening your mouth versus fucking claws and shit. Like, that's fucking balls.
But is an eagle? Who do you mean, the wolf?
No, it's balls for the bird.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
bird's
to go
got
up
it.
against a wolf like that, and all you could do is, fly away and open
Well,
your
you could
mouth.
fly. That's kind of a good getaway, though. You know the wolf can't come after you.
I'll bet you those fucking claws are pretty strong, though.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh,
they
the
got
bird?
those-
Yeah, but you got to get in the position for that.
Those big fucking...
How
yeah.
big is an eagle, though? How big are those things?
I would
Oh,
imagine
Jimmy,
that wingspan has to. I don't know. I would
8
have
feet.
to say 8 feet. Yeah,
I'd say
easily
8
feet.
fucking feet.
Oh, that's a big fuck.
That's crazy. It should be crazy.
6 feet.
6 feet.
Nah.
I'd
I'm
say
saying
it's like
8
a
feet.
hummingbird.
I'm saying 10 feet.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wingspan typically between, let's call it 6 and 7.5 feet.
All right, 8 feet.
To 7 feet.
Let's round it up. 8 feet.
That's a big motherfucking bird, man.
That's crazy. That is fucking crazy.
And how high up can they see a mouse for?
That's Big Bird. That's Big Bird. Wait a minute. That's different. What's the wingspan of
Oh, I'm
Big
sorry.
Bird?
What did you say, Jimmy? I didn't hear.
How high up can they see a mouse from?
75,000 feet.
How does
That's so high.
how does Big Bird fucking catch anything with his puffy, soft talons?
He actually has to climb. He has to get on his hands and knees and pull himself onto a hood just to shit on a car. Big Bird's a cunt.
Big Bird stinks. He doesn't have sharp talons. They're very soft and cuddly.
Fat glove feet. Like hamburger helper feet.
Yes. Big Bird sucks. Oh, yeah, eyesight. Look at that. How far can they see?
Hang on.
They could see for miles and miles.
An
Altitude
eagle
of
flying,
1,000
altitude of 1,000 feet over open country could spot prey over an area almost 3 square miles from a fixed position.
Wow. So he could see 3 miles
Standing
from
like
1,000 feet.
from a fixed position, though. He's got to be on a ridge or something.
Yeah. Wow.
No, but that's
An eagle flying at an altitude of 1,000 feet.
Here, wait.
yeah,
Bald eagles
flying.
are capable of seeing fish in the water from several hundred feet above while soaring, gliding, or in flapping flight.
Amazing. It's like the Animal Planet we're doing here today.
But that's
Animal Planet.
Their eyesight is so good. I bet they could read fucking close up.
Oh, I bet. Don't need glasses. Spectacles.
Read close.
I love that fucking eagle eyes. Although it would suck because you'd only look at worms and fucking mice. Well, great eyesight wasted on ugly things. Worms. Eagles, what a shit life. Their eyesight is so great. They don't get to read. They don't get to look at chicks through the window naked. It's like, what do you use that great eyesight for? I ate a mouse that was shitting in fear. Fucking faggots. Should wipe those eagles off the map. Keep their eyes.
I hate the way parakeets look at stuff. You ever see that, man? How they look at shit sideways with one eye.
They got their dumb fucking eyes on the sides of their head. Like, that's what is that, the sign of predator and prey?
Yeah.
Predators have their eyes on the front of their head, and prey's got it on the side of their head.
Right, to look for shit.
And the dumb fucking prey birds, they're the ones that they got to cock their heads to the side, look at you with one eye like a chicken. Chickens look so fucking stupid.
Yeah, their necks actually have fucking bullseyes on them. Chop here.
Dotted line, yeah. Dotted line with a little axe.
They're perforated.
Yeah, they're perforated necks. So you just tear them off. They're bred that way now. Yeah, the dumb eyes. We've obviously talked about this in the past because Jimmy's oh shit.
What the fuck?
What are you doing?
So he's having a stroke.
Take a break.
You all right?
Yeah.
All right.
You're listening to the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
Jimmy had a dream to the point he got up out of bed and started typing.
At 4:47.
Is it called typing even though you're on your computer?
True. The act is typing. It's just not on a typewriter.
Right. And you wrote some notes about your dream.
It's very disjointed, but it was a very bizarre dream, and I don't know exactly what it was about. It started before the dream. I was in Conan O'Brien's studio, and I didn't realize that the stage was raised, so I went up one level. And I was trying to get on the stage to see somebody I knew, but then the area was filled up with water, so I think I had to piss. So that had nothing to do with the dream.
What do you mean that had nothing?
I don't know.
Were you dreaming that?
Yeah, but then I was at like front.
How do you know that had nothing to do with the dream?
Because I remembered it after, but it was before. And then I was at like Brewer's house or somebody's house, and the backyard was flooded. And I kept trying to, like, there was a hose in the backyard, and I was very thirsty. I really wanted to drink out of the hose, which I hope isn't a fucking blowjob reference.
Yes.
You were thirsty all
I was
night.
very freaked out. So here's the main dream. I don't know what the event was, but George Bush Jr. and Bill Clinton were going to be at the event, and I had access to them.
Well.
And I don't know how I remember, but I got a picture with Bill Clinton. And I was... I met Bush. I was getting a picture with George Bush.
Yeah.
And he was friendly, but I handed my camera to a woman, and she was shaking so badly, and the underside, she was pointing the underside of the camera. And I'm like, no.
Just completely fucking Jimmy's picture.
And I'm like, no, turn around. So she's shaking fucking violently. And then we get the picture, and I remember I slapped Bush on the back, and I go, I knew you'd be so much fun to meet and talk to, and he was very friendly. And then as we're done taking our picture, I noticed another guy walks around from behind us. So I realized, I'm like, I hope he's not in my fucking picture with us.
Has these dreams about these picture anxiety things.
But so I look at the picture, and it's extremely pixelated and blurry. Oh, and we look like three homeboys. Like, I'm in the front, and George Bush is, you can kind of see him behind me. And this other guy is behind him.
Oh, photobombed you.
But it looked like the actor who played fucking Charles Keating in the movie. I don't know who that was in the Keating Loan and Scandal movie. So I'm like, I have to get... The picture is very, very blurry. So I know I have to get another copy of this picture. And E-Rock is around, and he tells me that these guys are appearing at this other public place. And if I just wait there with E-Rock, he'll take me there. But right now, he's going to help someone else get a picture with the president. So just stay there with E-Rock.
E-Rock's your go-to guy?
He's my go-to guy. But I don't remember why, but I went back to an old location that I had been in earlier in the dream to see if the presidents were there. I got greedy. And this girl who I really liked was there, and she goes, no, they left. You missed them.
Oh, no.
And she was hurt for some...
Why didn't you listen to E-Rock?
I don't know. But this girl was hurt. She was injured. And she asked to borrow some money for a cup of coffee. She needed money for a coffee shop. So I gave her 20. I'm like, no, keep it. You don't have to pay me back. Because I wanted her to go out with me. But I kept giving her my number and reading the digits, but she couldn't understand the number.
Oh, don't you hate that?
So I was like 7539, and I kept writing it, but I couldn't write it where she would read it.
Jesus.
But then I realized I'm missing the presidents. I realized I was wasting time here.
I'm wasting time with this dumb bitch.
So I panic, and I run back to the place. It's the Sirius XM office, but it's a giant open, like, you ever see the inside of a shopping mall? With like an open air vestibule and all these shops around.
Yes.
That's what the office was like. And Jim Brewer was there, and Keith Robinson was there. And I'm like, where's E-Rock? And they're all laughing at me. Stupid, looking for E-Rock. And they're all laughing at me because I'm trying to find Eric. And I'm looking through my cell phone for fucking E-Rock's number, and I'm panicking. Because I look up E-Rock, and I realize I have him under Eric, and I just keep dialing the wrong number, and I can't get fucking E-Rock.
This is so exhausting.
So I finally bump into Andrew Moss, who's our CFO, the Chief Financial Officer here, who I know and I like. And he's wearing a college sweatshirt, and he's bleeding from the lip, and he has blood all over the front of his shirt.
Jeez.
I probably punched him.
But no, he didn't look hurt. He just had blood on the front of his shirt, but I knew him wearing a college sweatshirt, man. He wasn't well-dressed anymore. I missed the event. And he goes, I go, like, is it happening? Did I miss it? He goes, no, but I think we're leaving. He goes, the address is 5th and Beam. 5th and Beam. So I have to get to 5th and Beam here in Manhattan. And I'm walking along, and I hear this old lady driving by yelling at the car at a black guy I see in front of me. She's like, it's him. Oh. He's the one. I think he's on acid. But I'm like, I'm worried that this was a tranny dream, because I'm writing it out, and I was rushing this morning, and when I wrote it out, I wrote it space him, but I put the S in the wrong place. It was shim. I'm like, oh my God, I hope this wasn't a shemale dream.
Shim.
Because I'm walking, and I know that this black guy's trouble, and I know that he's a problem, and I hear him walk around and start walking with the group I'm walking with. I don't know who they are. And he starts to bother this girl that I'm walking with. And I'm like, I know I have to step in here and say something. So I finally say something like, so leave her alone. Stop bothering her. And I punch this black guy in the face. Ooh. But he turns, and it's a tranny.
Oh, no.
But it's not a real face. It's a doll face looking at me.
Oh, that's
It was
creepy.
a black plastic doll face. And so I say, is anybody going to help me here? Is anybody going to help me? And this white guy's looking at me, and he's disinterested, and he walks away. So now I have to fight this person, but I also have to get downtown and see the presidents. So I hop in a cab, and when I hop in a cab, E-Rock comes over, and he's wearing a tuxedo. And he looks in the window, and I know I've missed the event because he's holding like a fucking booklet that I know is from the event. And he goes, what did he say to me? He goes, oh, we were in the wrong place before. And I know he's telling me, and I know he has photos with both presidents, and I know I've missed the event because this asshole is smiling and beaming, and I'm like, I should have just stuck with E-Rock.
Oh.
And so I get in the cab, and I tell the guy, we have to go to 5th and Beam, and he's running red lights for me, and then I realize we're driving down suburban roads.
Oh,
and this is the wrong place.
You're not in the city.
But now I wonder if it's a drinking dream, because 5th and Beam... was I thinking 5th of Jim Beam? Was that a drunk dream? I don't know what that was. And then I woke up. That was my entire dream.
That is so fucked up. I like the detail of the plastic face.
The plastic doll face with like girl doll hair. And E-Rock in his tuxedo, and I knew that he had photos. And and Opie's mention was, I remember saying I wanted to tell George Bush that Opie has a picture with Clinton, so I want to get a picture with both of you guys so I have a better picture than Opie. Like, I wanted to tell this to George Bush.
Wow.
That's a real thing between me and Jimmy. I bust him all the time that I have a much better picture than he has.
But I wanted to tell the presidents, but it was fucking the frustration of seeing this girl and like giving her 20. It was so weird. She had to go to the coffee shop and needed money. But the frustration of not being heard by this woman, her not hearing... Yeah, it's all hookers. It's a weird sex drinking dream deep down.
Yeah, you think that was what it was?
I don't know what it means.
Coke Logic's got to animate the Jimmy dream.
I don't know what it means, but E-Rock in his tuxedo, I knew that he had pictures with the presidents. And I'm like, why didn't I just... It's almost like I feel like I'm missing out on life by doing all this sexual shit. Because I was trying to give this girl my number, and I gave her money But meanwhile, I'm missing.
You're missing what you want to do, and
I'm missing the event.
The big thing.
It really shook me when I woke up, though. I couldn't go back to sleep. I was really bothered.
That's weird. Yeah.
Might mean nothing.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of meaning in there.
I don't know.
Picture taking, and
I think it's. I don't know. Are dreams really
constantly chasing something? That's just out of reach.
Do you look at dreams like that and get so deep into them, or are they very just surface-oriented?
I think they're
synapse
both.
fucking.
I think they're
snapping?
nonsense. Because I think, first of all, you can't, when people read your dreams, it's stupid because you don't even remember all of the dream. You only remember certain tiny little things.
Very, very rough. That's pretty detailed because you.
No, I know. Jimmy did that. That is really good. Because he was able to get out of bed. Most people wouldn't get out of bed, and then they would try to tell someone what their dream was about.
Yeah.
And then that person will go, well, I know exactly what's going on in your life because of what you told me.
I try to just go right back to sleep and continue.
No, that's
I thought of that,
dream.
too.
Yeah.
But I might have figured out why I have this picture obsession. I don't know if I talked about this, but I told you I wrote about it in Happy Endings when I was a kid. I had that crush on that girl. Well, I loved her, and I didn't know. We got caught fooling around under the blanket, kissing, but I don't remember what happened. But she was moving, and my parents were like, go say goodbye to her, go say goodbye to her. And I couldn't say goodbye to her. I couldn't do it. I just froze in my house, and I looked at my clothes all folded, and I couldn't do it. Whoa. So I went down, and she had already left. So I never saw her again after that, never. But I always wondered if capturing these celebrity moments, it's almost like with ex-girlfriends or whatever, I always keep them around, even as friends, like, I can't let go. And it's almost like because I missed this fucking thing, I have to capture it and fucking corral it and keep it. Because I've never forgotten that moment of looking at those clothes. And I joked about it in my book, but seeing that fucking folded pile of clothes and not being able to get dressed, not being able to move myself and go say goodbye to that girl.
Why couldn't you? Like, why couldn't you?
I couldn't.
It was too sad.
It was if I don't acknowledge it, it won't be true.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
How old were you?
Maybe 5 or 6. It was a puppy love crush thing. It wasn't sexual. It was like, and I don't remember her name or what she looked like.
Well, we've talked about this. That's hardcore sex for a 5-year-old.
Oh,
it's that same emotion.
Yeah, same intensity.
Not having sex as a 5-year-old, but it's the same type of shit in your head, though.
Yeah.
I think I was
really in love with someone. Hanging around with exes, get the fuck out.
No, but not even hanging around with them. But just knowing that I can occasionally corral them, even as friends, like, I don't want to fuck them. I don't fuck my ex-girlfriends, ever.
Just having them around still in some way? Fuck
but there's one from 10 years ago who I think is mad at me and she won't talk to me anymore. And I don't know why. But I'm curious, like, how is she doing? I don't want to date her. I don't want to fuck her. But I just want to know how she is. I don't know why I can't just go fuck these people and put them out of my life anymore. Like, why do I have to capture every moment on... It's almost like when I meet these celebrities, I don't bother them. I really don't want to go hang out with them. I don't call. I have fucking some of their numbers. I have fucking Omar's number, Jamie Hector. I've texted them a couple of times, like, hey, if you want to come down to the cellar, but not incessantly. I don't need them in my life being best friends. I don't try to overtake their lives. Why do I corral these?
Yeah, but some of those
moments?
guys want to be friends with you.
Some of them do.
Just on a real level, too, by the way. Not because, you're famous and he's famous.
I think some of them might want to.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony show.
Big story. They keep jacking up the gas prices, and the news is just biting.
Yeah, they're just loving this.
Biting like dumb fish.
I told you right before the show started, if I owned a gas station, I would be $10 a gallon guy. So every fucking media outlet comes to my gas station, and everyone could call me the big asshole.
You would have all the news there. And this gas station charging $10 a gallon. And they'd be trying to interview you. You'd just be going, I don't want to talk to you.
There's got to be a guy out there that owns a gas station that listens to this show. I know that's almost an impossible thing, but I think there has to be one. Raise your prices to $10 and call the media. You'll have everybody there.
Everyone will be there. Great advertising.
Because some asshole did $4.97 here in New York City. Guess what? That's where the media is hanging out today.
They are.
They're hanging out at the place that has the highest gas prices.
The high prices.
Free advertising for you.
Yeah.
This guy, I guess he has a podium in the back of his Subaru.
So wherever he goes, he can look official.
So you got this asshole. He's a politician. You don't even know his name. And he's like, rah, 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 harumphing about gas prices as he stands behind a podium in front of the pumps.
Yeah, he put his podium right where your car pulls up. So the pumps are behind him. And then he's got his cronies, too.
Yeah.
You can't just go to the podium by yourself.
Right.
You need some cronies next to you. And you're talking to the mic about high gas prices.
But isn't that embarrassing? Like, his people have to pull out the podium from some trunk?
Set the podium up.
Set the podium up for this asshole?
On some big oil stain in the middle of the fucking lane that you get gas in. Got oil on his podium.
Then he has some kind of weird seal. I don't even know what it means.
The seal of the great fucking county of shit.
Right.
And he's just standing there yapping about high gas prices with the no ability to do anything about it.
No. You know who the biggest asshole is in the area as far as promoting themselves goes?
Who's that?
Chuck Schumer. I've mentioned this a few times, and it happened again, and I haven't brought it up on the show.
What did he inject himself into?
Just a parade, man. But it was the St. Patty's Day parade in Huntington. I know this is a little old, but now that we're talking about podiums and politicians that are high and mighty, this fucking asshole walks down the middle of the parade route with his people, with huge signs that just say Chuck Schumer.
But they're his cronies.
And then some of the signs say meet Chuck Schumer.
Oh.
And some of the signs I've seen in the past have an arrow pointing to Chuck Schumer.
Like no one knows what he looks like. The guy shoves his face in front of every camera that's ever turned on.
But shouldn't he just walk the parade route and people should know who he is?
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, it's Chuck Schumer. And if you don't know, oh, well.
Oh, well. But no, he wants everyone to make sure you're looking at Chuck Schumer.
Well, for so many years, we didn't know what he looked like because his head was buried so far up Hillary's ass. He finally pulled it out, and we're like, oh, that's what he looks like.
That's pretty good.
Very new.
Yeah. So I bet you he drives around with a podium.
Yeah, he seems like a podium guy. I want a podium. I'm just going to put one in the Escalade.
Just set it up?
Because then, no matter what you're saying, it seems important.
Fuck, that could be a good video.
So you could just pop a podium out and just start talking to people.
About some kind of issue?
And it doesn't even have to be anything, but you got a podium so it looks really important. Have a seal made up.
Right. Some seal that means nothing.
Yeah.
Well...
shock jockery.
Some crest on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you need a crest on your podium?
Yeah, you need a bird and some, like, stars and shit.
Some twiggy-looking thing, like a twig.
A twig. The bird's got to hold a twig. Yeah, and then you talk, and people are like, holy shit, this guy means business.
That's right. Well, now when you see the podium on TV, you'll have a little chuckle. Fucking asshole driving around town with his own podium so he can say some shit. That's ridiculous.
Hey, look at that. He punches up some podiums.
Can we buy a podium?
Oh, man.
What kind of podium you want to buy?
I want a podium.
Wait, I want that small one where you just put a... No, I like the podiums, actually. No, I'm going to back up.
Full wood.
I like the podiums that hide your entire body.
Yeah.
Then you feel like you're almost in a womb.
Yeah, like that's a good podium.
Yeah, I hate the podiums that
$2,000.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, see, I like that. I like the big blocky podiums because you can hide your body behind it.
And you can put a lot of microphones in front of you.
Those stupid podiums, what are they called? Where it's just like a little shelf and then like just a little pole.
Oh, no, that sucks.
Yeah, you can't hide behind that shit.
You need to be able to hide.
People will be looking at your cock bulge when you're trying to say something important.
Not paying attention to what you're saying. I'm going to get a podium.
$1,025 for a podium with no shit on it?
But you're saving $455.
Oh. Whoa. Is it assembled?
We passed the savings on it.
Is it like an IKEA podium where I got to put that motherfucker together?
Anything worse than putting shit together?
Oh, stop.
Who's helping you take this out of the car? It's 150 pounds.
That's 150 pounds? So that asshole that was in front of the gas station, it's safe to say his podium could be up to 150 pounds?
That's what his cronies do.
Potentially, sure.
Oh, my God.
Oh, but that's good podium right there. I think I need that.
Look, Cherry's nice.
Cherry wood podium.
You an oak man?
I think
an oak man there, Jimmy.
I like the cherry wood. Well, nah, that's kind of.
My buddy Jimmy at Toluca Lake needs a podium.
Oak's nice.
Well, now we're down to $600 for a podium.
Yeah, $600.
Yeah, this one's $160.
Does it look cheap though? The podium?
The picture really sucks on this one.
Yeah, that kind of looks a little.
That
cheesy.
looks a little cheap, man. We want something that looks like fucking solid.
There is room for papers to put on the podium.
Oh, let me say.
That's a little thin.
It is a little thin.
Yeah, but you can hide your body behind it.
But look, that one comes with one of those little reading lamps.
Oh, and a mic stand?
Yeah,
and a mic stand. That's not bad. That looks damn official right there.
Yeah. It's got 3.5 stars.
Not enough. No, look, not enough room.
Wait,
it's small.
There's an actual business. Where'd you go? Podium.com.
Yeah, it's like fucking.
I pumped in podiums into
but I just
Google
saw
Shopping.
Google Shopping podiums.
The last one we were just looking at was from Sears. I didn't know Sears had a podium
Sears
section.
sells a podium?
They sure do, because I saw 2 of them already.
Holy shit.
Fucking podiums. Why are we talking about podiums?
Because they're cool and
Very
we're going to do
important.
some fun bits with them.
Very important.
Gas is pushing $4.50, and we're talking about podiums.
Damn.
The price of podiums have risen steadily over the years.
True.
I mean, look at these prices. It's
Petroleum.
ridiculous.
I would like to get a podium and discuss the high price of podiums. That would.
Wow, that one's $3,500.
I know,
What do you
right?
get for that?
Nice it is, though.
Does it suck your dick?
But I wouldn't
While you're
get
making
there's
your
a little
speech?
hole in it. There's a glory hole.
There's
in
an
there.
oversized reading surface that holds a 3-ring binder, heavy-duty industrial casters for easy mobility.
Oh, man. I say the casters.
How much does it weigh, though? Because if you don't have your cronies with you, you're gonna look silly trying to haul it out. Haul your 200-pound podium out.
You don't want the press there when you're doing that.
To say some shit.
Looks silly.
I bet shipping has to suck on something like that.
Oh my God, big and heavy. Yeah, well, we'll get in front of the podium and talk about the high cost of shipping of podiums. Anything podium related. I can't even say podium anymore. It sounds funny.
You boys need teleprompters to go with these podiums.
No.
Can we get one of those invisible teleprompters?
The glass?
Yeah, it's right in front of you, and no one knows what's on there.
It's tilted. Yeah.
I would like that.
You don't see it, but they can see it. Obama uses those all the time.
Rocco's got a great idea. You would look like the biggest asshole. Go ahead, Rocco.
That's funny.
Please deliver this properly, because I gave it a lot.
Okay, here we go, guys. I'm thinking about putting Keith the Cop on a Segway and then having a podium around the Segway, and he can go around in Times Square and just spill his venom at everyone that has any.
And would you be Segway podium guy?
That would
where you
be
go from
great.
Place to place making
Where you
speeches?
just go on your Segway, you can then stop and give a speech.
And as soon as the Segway stops, it is instant podium.
Now you're a podium. And then you just segue your ass to another location.
This could be the strangest opening to an Opie and Anthony show. When I drove in today, I wasn't thinking podiums whatsoever. But then you see that asshole in front of the gas station with his dumb podium. I'm thinking, hey, we got something here.
Because we were just thinking logistically, it's silly. A gas station, you don't ask the gas station guy, excuse me, do you have a podium in there?
Right.
Just in case someone wants to give a speech at your gas station. You got to bring the motherfucker.
Well, when you set up that podium and the people around
People will respond.
Are going, holy shit, some stuff is going to be said today right here.
If you're just talking, right?
Yeah.
People aren't really going to pay you no never mind.
No.
But if you have a podium in front of you, now you're saying something important. People are going to stop and listen.
You want to talk to a guy that actually, this is his gig?
What?
He rents out podiums? Derek. Derek.
Good morning, boys.
Hi.
Happy birthday, Anthony. How
Oh,
you
bless
doing?
you.
This is
It's not the only thing I do, but I work for a company. We rent podiums. We set it up. We have to deal with these political assholes. It's never them. It's always a group of people. I'll give you a great example. My company did a lot of work for Cuomo when he was Attorney General. And, this guy's like, hey, I want to speak at this school, and I want a podium, I want some blue drape, and I want a fucking, model holding a bird, whatever. We got to come up with that shit.
Oh, so you're the one that comes up the background and everything, huh?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they just
own this shit. They have us lug it around.
Yeah, I got you. So they call you and give you some specs, and then you have to fucking set up the whole thing for the guy. So, So someone out on Long Island set up that podium for that politician.
But what about the seal on the front?
They usually come up with that, but they always have a group of people, like you said. They always have a group of cronies. And they're always like, could you put it a little to the left? No, could you put it a little bit? No,
Very important podium placement. Very important.
You want to make sure.
Placement, fucking where the mics go, how high the mics are. I don't want it blocking my face.
Well, of course not.
I know, it's a fucking thankless job.
Now, someone is suggesting we need a gavel, too.
For what?
Do you gavel when
I don't
when
think
you set
you
up
gavel
a podium?
You don't gavel a podium, no. No, you just use your voice. You can't get carried away.
do you go with the microphone and then they have to set up the little speakers, or you just talk loud enough for everybody?
I think you have the microphone, but it's recording something.
Or do you have an area on your podium where all the local news stations and radio stations put their flags
and they
up?
throw the mics with the flags on them, and then you talk.
Okay, I think that's.
But you talk loud. You gotta have that politician talk where gas prices must come down.
You gotta pound your fist.
Pound the podium.
So you need something that sounds good when you pound it.
And the podium's got to be, it can't be particle board podium. You need a poundable podium. That's fantastic.
Well, the guy setting up his podium to talk about gas prices, and I've never seen that asshole before in my life. Oh, fuck, you know what? We are fucking up this whole thing according to Eric. Eric, go ahead.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Isn't a lectern a thing you stand behind, not a podium?
Is there a difference between
a lectern
and a podium?
Yeah, a podium is what you stand on top of. It's like a stage.
No, we were seeing podiums.
We went to podium.com and
they showed...
podium.com's fucked up.
A lectern.
What's a lectern? What's the difference between a lectern?
Okay, a lectern
is a shitty podium.
Is a shitty podium. A lectern is more like just it has a spot for paper on top that you read in front of, but it looks very narrow for the most part. They do make thick lecterns, but I think that's more for giving a lecture in a college or something.
Yeah,
or a gas station.
No, podium better than lectern.
Yeah, when you're looking at a podium.
Oh, that's the ruling? Okay.
Yeah, lecterns suck a dick.
I wasn't sure. I'm sorry.
Lecterns are for valedictorians. Who needs that shit?
Yes.
Well, what about a salutatorian? Could you use lectern or no?
A lecturn's like a music stand.
Did you say so?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right,
sir. All right.
And on Lady Gaga.
Yeah, little Lady Gaga again in the news. She knows how to get some news. She never uses a podium.
No.
From what I've seen.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony show.
We're going to try the Johnny Ola murder on Big A, because you know how they do the Mythbusters? It doesn't look like you could snap somebody's neck with a wooden hanger. That fucking bottom part is pretty frail.
Yeah,
so I'm going to try and murder Big A on the next
Johnny
show.
Ola?
Yeah. I'm going to see if that'll work.
Otto's a huge fan of Big A.
Johnny Ola was killed with the hanger, or he killed somebody.
He was killed with it.
It was the bodyguard, the old man bodyguard.
The guy
that didn't even have a name.
Yeah.
Was it Rocco Lampone or no?
Yeah. The bodyguard? I don't remember, but when they told Michael your bodyguard is dead, he had no reaction. Just went, "So what'd you get my kid for Christmas?" It's like no feeling.
I'm glad I'm here with movie aficionados.
Yes.
Here's a quick before you go. 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Godfather question.
Yeah.
Original Godfather.
Okay.
How did, and this is not a quiz, but how did the father, Don Corleone, how did he know after that meeting when he said, "I did not know to this day that it was Barzini"? How did he know? What happened in the meeting for him to know that it was Barzini the whole time? I knew he said it and he figured it out, but what instance happened for you to go back and go, "Oh, this is what happened for him to know"?
That was probably the one question everyone fucking
I think it was him, the way Barzini manipulated the meeting and ran the meeting and made it happen. I think Barzini he was just a smart guy.
And
Don
he was
Corleone,
too agreeable.
And he was
he was too agreeable.
And he said a refusal is not the act of a friend.
Yeah.
If he has them, he must share them.
Yeah,
and I think that was probably it. It was probably that subtle way he led that meeting and got Don Corleone to concede his point that he had been fighting with Tattaglia about, and I think that's what
it was never a moment. It just was an overall theme.
Perceptive.
A mobster hunch that
he
he
was a smart
knew
guy.
from, growing up. Watch The Godfather 2.
And plus,
he could charge for such
tell you
services.
just on a maybe that you did something.
Right.
You know, better.
I didn't know till this day. Well, I kind of know.
Yeah,
fuck him anyway.
Yeah, he didn't pass the ketchup that one time, so fuck you gotta go.
Why take a chance?
But he said he could charge for these services. We're not communists. I think just the way he led it and made it happen tipped him off.
All right, good enough. That helps me to watch it again.
And wanted the drugs done. I think it also said that Barzini wanted the drugs sold.
Yeah.
Because I think that
real greaseball shit.
He might have thought that Barzini would side with him on no drugs.
Right.
But when Barzini said that indicated that he was on the side of the drugs being sold.
Yeah.
But didn't it kill? But didn't it kill everybody anyway? They wound up killing everybody, right?
Michael did it, and he knew he could make that swear that oath, and Michael would do it. He knew Michael would do it.
Yeah, Don Corleone didn't have
even
to do
Stracci, who I have no idea who the fuck that was.
Stracci, when he tells him, Stracci.
Who's that?
What?
Like I thought he was all itchy and stuff.
Like dry cleaner. Who the fuck is
Stracci? I'll bet Stracci's going through the names, and he hears Stracci, you're like, who? Who the fuck was Stracci?
Yeah, he probably killed him when it was his head or something. Right?
So it was no definitive thing that happened then?
No.
No, I don't think there was one moment where they it wasn't such a blatant thing. I think it would have been corny if it was this blatant, where he looked and curled his mustache and his fingers.
Like he had his fingers crossed when he went, the pieces.
When Michael found out Fredo did it, it was kind of a moment of dun dun, like that happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh shit, like it was like, he fucked up, he lied. So I thought it was like maybe a moment there where
Johnny Ola took me here. Johnny Ola showed me.
What an asshole Fredo is.
Yeah.
No, we never met. I never, no. And then like 5 minutes later, me and Johnny Ola.
Johnny comes here all the time.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Fucking dummy beluga whale foreheaded fuck.
Then Michael kissed him. I was like, what, he's still getting fresh?
All right. It's fucking Friday. I ain't putting up with this shit.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony show.
Well, we're going to switch gears, Danny. What's this deposition thing about? Depositions are supposed to be very private.
They are. And this gentleman was being videotaped, and they had some odd questions for him. And this was found on I believe it was the Huffington Post this morning. I'll get more backstory as we listen to the clip so I can properly explain this.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Could you please give us your name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
What the fuck? What is that?
An egg-shaped
How the
penis? Fuck? Keep fucking those chickens.
He's a disgraced money manager and former Clinton associate. This was a deposition earlier this month. He was there because he's facing a claim from a 15-year-old girl who says, among other things, that he promised to pay her $200 for a massage.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, his nickname was Old Omelet Shorts. That's right. With him, when he fucks, it's not rape, it's a poaching.
I hope you like yours runny.
That's right. That's what he says when he's about to come. I'm going to scramble your pussy. Fucking awful.
The girl was too young to realize that it was cum and not egg whites.
Yeah, it's just an egg white omelet. Here you go.
He pulls his dick out. He's got little bits of ham and fucking onion on it.
Easter's fun.
Yeah. Hey, fucking vinegar smelling balls.
How do you have an egg-shaped dick?
He puts it in a slipper and a kid grabs it. Get it? He hides it.
Get it? Yes, we get it. Let's continue.
Make like your dick and beat it.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped...
But it don't fall down?
Sorry. Is it true that your dick once sat on a wall? And
had a great fall?
Is it true that your dick stands up straight on the summer solstice?
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
Form, vague, indefinite, and I'm going to give you the first warning, Mr. Kubin, that these types of questions are not only argumentative, but directed in a manner to embarrass Mr. Epstein. If you continue with this type of question, I will adjourn the deposition immediately.
Right.
Sir, according to the police department's probable cause affidavit, one witness described your penis as oval-shaped and claimed when erect it was thick towards the bottom but was thin and small towards the head portion and called...
Oh, that's fucking great.
Oh, what a fuck.
He's got a rocket penis.
Did the Egyptians build your penis and leave it in the desert?
He's got a rocket ship for a penis.
He does.
Jesus.
Oh, how embarrassing. A big fat base and a little teensky head. Is your penis shaped like Kenneth Fetter?
It's soft egg-shaped penis, and then it gets hard, and it's a fucking drill.
Why don't we go to Tim in Georgia? Tim, you got something on this?
Yeah, I was just going to say that massage didn't go over easy.
Oh! What came first, the chicken or your penis?
That was actually one of the comments in the FARC thread.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's right.
I would not eat your penis and ham. I would not eat it, Sam I am.
When women suck your penis, do they always rub toast over it first? We'd like an answer, sir. These questions are guaranteed to embarrass my client, Chicken Little. There's no reason to ask this.
Would your penis look natural on a plate at Denny's? Did you give her the old grand slam?
Here's a great line. No credit because I don't have a name with this one. He wanted to bang her ass, so he turned her over easy. You want to hear that description?
Oh, God, more than I want anything.
Described your penis as oval-shaped and claimed when erect it was thick towards the bottom but was thin and small towards the head portion and called it egg-shaped. Those are not my words, I apologize. But as Mr. Critton has stated that this is a...
Court is now adjourned.
I'm willing to continue.
I'm willing to continue.
Wow. That judge,
what the fuck?
I guess the judge was just like, court adjourned.
Yeah. Judge is getting a rod.
He didn't want to.
He wants to get down there and eat some eggs.
He wants to see what that looks like.
Who is old egg dick? I have to see him.
They're calling him old traffic cone cop.
That's hilarious. That's the guy?
That's what
Does your penis look like a candy corn?
Sirius XM. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're back. Stupid Anthony is not feeling well. And I'm really hoping it's that dumb restaurant that he fucking raved about for an hour. His fancy meal. I hope he's shitting his pants.
The homeless guy was just trying to save him the shits.
I bet you the homeless guy is feeling great right now.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing.
What did he eat? Did he say?
No,
it wasn't you.
It was a rich...
Oh, brother. Okay.
You gave him the shits?
No, but I don't know. No, he's saying that Anthony didn't eat his... He meant you, right?
Yeah. Who did eat you? Because you're... I don't know. I'm poisonous? My vagina's poisonous? How would you know?
I don't fucking read
You haven't been around that area. It's carved in the wall of the internet.
I bet he's got that stomach virus. We had it. Did you have the stomach virus yet?
I have an amazing...
The norovirus, everybody.
Holy fuck. I bet that's what he's got, is that stomach virus.
And he's contagious for up to 2 weeks, so you're probably going to get it now.
Oh, fuck, I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking... You just lay in bed, puking and shitting.
Have I had it? No, I don't think so. No.
On your stomach?
You don't remember? Wait, there was a few days I was puking and shitting.
No, I took the flu shot this year.
No, so did I. This is a whole nother strain.
What'd you take for the virus?
What did I... Nothing. Last 2 weeks ago...
2 weeks?
No, I had it...
No, it only really lasts like about 48 hours.
Okay.
But
I was laying... I woke up... I ate all this Italian food Friday night at the place I was working. Then I was supposed to be at Mohegan Sun Saturday, and I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, and I go, huh? Do I have food poisoning? And I just started puke. I mean, not like little puke. It came flying out.
Describe it.
It came flying out. And then I shit. I mean, that felt good.
Describe it.
So... I call her. I go, I'm fucking, how am I going to get to Mohegan Sun? I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to have to cancel on the same day. Then I go, I need the money. And then she calls me back 2 hours later. She's puking. My daughter, and then we found out that my youngest daughter was the host. She brought it from preschool.
She came home. She threw up once. She goes, I just threw up in the toilet. And I went and I inspected it, because that's what moms do. And then I said, oh, you want to lay down? Or she goes, no, I'll have lunch. And then we went to Chuck E. Cheese.
And everybody else.
That is all for her.
So I bet you he has
10 minutes of sickness.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get it. Let's be honest. That's all that matters is that I don't get sick.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. You got to cancel everything.
Did you cancel Mohegan?
No, I went on sale. I thought I kept a puke bucket right next to
I've done that before, too, a couple of times where I have a little thing in the back.
Audience.
What's that? I heard you.
Oh, my God.
Where you felt you were
He thought that about himself, but he waited till he could say it about you. Yeah.
Did you feel like you were going to throw up on the audience?
No, I kept a puke bucket there just because I wanted to have a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Of course, stupid. Where do you bail out of the conversation? I'm bonding with you. Like, you're like, yeah, I had a puke bucket. I'm like, me too. Why? You think you were going to puke? No reason. I just wanted to have a story.
No, but I don't understand. Like, why were you sick? What was wrong?
I don't know. In 21 years of doing stand-up, I had the flu or something. It was like one of those. I was
so you already had it.
No, he's not saying this is recent. He said, I've also had that happen to me in the past.
Don't act like I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You don't know what's going on. You're 100 years old. Your brain is going, it happens. You didn't have much to begin with. So it's probably going to be a pretty quick
Alzheimer's
slide.
is going to be a very, very quick jump.
We won't even know for years. We'll be like, no, he's always been dumb, so.
Oh, you even said last night how dumb you were.
I admit that I'm dumb. That's why I married you, because I seemed smart by comparison.
Fucking. Ugh.
Oh, there. Good one. Good. Fucking 80 years in the business, and that's his comeback. Ugh. Nice.
I want to hear your podcast. I haven't heard it.
Huh?
I haven't heard your podcast.
I hate doing it. I hate doing it, yeah.
Why?
A lot of reasons. One, I don't like talking to Rich for an hour. That one's...
Even though people like it, you hate doing it?
Yeah, because we actually fight. Like, for some reason, we're the kind of people that can't pretend.
So it's
So
you
we really have an argument, and then I get emotional, and sometimes I have to lay on the bed for like half an hour after the podcast.
Because you're fucking because you're closed-minded and you don't know how to compromise or rationalize, and you
that is unequivocally not true.
And you fucking the other day we do a podcast. She has all morning to eat a granola bar, and then she's chewing on a granola bar, and it's so fucking aggravating.
It's awful. It's like almost as bad as Nicorette gum on the air.
Oh, God, I know.
No, but you don't
what are you eating on granola bar for?
It really is like the horse calling the kettle black.
It's
that's not the same.
So and it's just you do it but you don't have any fucking we do it like 4 or 5 days before it comes out, so you can't do any topical because it's already been done. You know what I mean? If we talk about what's going on.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to do topical, would you?
No.
Isn't that the whole theme?
Who is that
your
guy?
relationship? My name's Sam.
Just kidding. No, Sam. It's not that he wants to talk about his gigs. He thinks people want to know the behind the scenes. So he'll tell these like excruciatingly boring
Are they bad stories?
Yeah, no, I mean, it is like, remember that time you were talking about all the seafood restaurants that you did stand up at in Florida or something? I mean, it went on forever, and then I was like, we don't need all this.
No, a lot of people like behind the scenes. What they want to know what's going on.
No, they want show business, not like then they went to a seafood restaurant, did stand up.
Yeah, that's all you do is read magazines about show business. So I'm giving them.
Yeah, but that's not show business.
Yeah, that's just a fucking boring salesman on the road.
Yeah,
I was trashing some of the places that do comedy. And the comedy scene. Like the other day on Twitter, just yesterday, somebody, this comedy club that I don't work in Indianapolis said, it was probably a massive, a tweet, hey, come down and win free tickets. I go, why would I want to come to that shithole? They ripped me off for fucking $700 or $800.
Why were you scheduled to work a month there?
Oh, really?
Boom.
Oh, that's really just take any side you can against me. That's why. And you're one of the reasons I don't work there anymore because they said you were bombing all week. Huh? Remember at Crackers where they told you to wear the makeup when we were going to do radio? They said look pretty. When we were
Crackers. Where was that?
In Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis, I do remember. Was it a lady?
Yeah,
she took me into her office and explained to me how to do radio.
That's show business. That's what Rich was talking about.
Yeah. She told you to wear makeup
She goes, look pretty. These guys, they like a pretty woman to look at in the morning.
Yeah, they say that.
Yes,
yeah. Well, I go, then why we bring in Bonnie? So
this is the only face I've got.
The Twitter. So these people, they go behind fake characters, and so the tweet was come out to this club. I go, why the fuck would I want to go there? Then he writes back. The person writes back, well, who's this? I go, a guy that the club ripped off. It's good. The club is good.
Oh, I read that. I didn't understand.
The club was good. So then somebody else writes back, why this is funny, because he's miserable and his career's going nowhere. I go, well, you're not even a real person. You don't even have a real name. It's probably some fucking local open micer that's kissing ass to the club.
Yeah.
This happened on Twitter?
Yeah.
He has the funny thing about your tweets is that it's almost like some kind of like a puzzle or word game, because there's no punctuation and half the words are spelled wrong. So you spend a lot of time deciphering what you actually mean, Because I remember reading that tweet and it took me a long time to understand what was happening.
Voss, do you worry that people won't pick up on the nuances because you don't have commas and stuff?
Well, because you don't want to waste the characters. You only have 140, so you fucking try to squeeze everything.
Do you use all 140 characters?
I try to get to 140. I try to get my money's worth. I try to, yeah.
Every good tweet should be exactly 140 characters.
Yes, with or without the period. Do you count the period at the end?
He doesn't use
you don't put it?
No.
It's the end, so they know there should be a period there. They don't just sit and wait for another, it's the end. I'm not calling. I don't do 400 tweets in a row. Okay, I'm not doing a novel.
Can you take the gum out of your upper lip? It's fucking making me want to punch you in the face so bad.
Oh, yeah, now you know my life. Every fucking day I look at you. I want to hit you so
I want you to hit me.
I want to hit you.
Give me a reason.
I fucking would. I wanted to belt you the other night.
Why'd you want to hit her?
Because we're fucking laying in bed, going to bed, and I'm sorry, I farted.
He woke me up. No, okay, wait. I fell asleep. He farted and woke me up. That's how loud it was. And then he wouldn't say sorry.
Who says sorry? Who says sorry for farting?
He said, sorry, I woke you up.
No.
He just be nice.
Well,
no, he had to fight and argue.
Yeah, no, you
I go, you woke me up. No, I didn't. I go, you just farted and woke me up.
Didn't. He denied waking you up as you were awake, talking to him with your eyes open.
No, and the thing is, who apologized? Then all of a sudden, I don't know.
He thinks if he apologizes, his head is going to explode or something.
And then it goes
like the police are going to come.
Then you're arguing. You got to vacuum. You got to do this and that. You bring up the whole fucking day of your resentments.
I know because I did.
You bring up a whole day of resentments.
But you went golfing while I did all your laundry. He's done laundry a couple of times. He will not do any of my laundry. He picks out his own clothes.
Cum stains in her hand.
Okay.
Dirty underwear.
So I did all his laundry. I cooked. I cleaned. Right. I whatever. I did my wifely duties. It's fine. After dinner, I was getting everything cleaned up and stuff. I said, "Hey, can you just vacuum where Raina had eaten? There was all of this stuff on the thing." He was like, "Oh!" You could see it in his face, like angrily stomps around a little bit, and then he goes, "I'll do it tomorrow." I go, "Just do it now. It's gonna take 5 minutes." "Oh, I'm not your slave. I don't have to do it. Just because you tell me to do it." Like he literally goes off the handle, and then eventually. You don't have to talk to him like a child. I'm like, just get the vacuums right there. It'll take you 5 minutes. Go ahead, do it. He fucking does it. The least amount that he can possibly do. It's fine. Good. And then he's done. And then he lays on the couch and
Are you implying that Rich is self-centered?
I'm saying
Are you implying that he paid for the vacuum and the building that you're living in to vacuum?
But that's what it always comes down to.
Yes. My duties are financially.
I've moved you to the middle of New Jersey so you can't make a living, and now I'm going to constantly use it against you.
I make a living. I live in the middle of New Jersey. I make a living.
Why don't you guys move somewhere in North Jersey, closer?
North Jersey?
Yeah, or closer to New York.
Because you can't sell a burnt-down house. It's not,
Is it fixed yet or no?
It'll be done in like a month. But even if I did sell the house right now, I'd lose like $40,000 fucking dollars. This is her theory in life, and I would love to. She said, sell the house, right? Sell the house where I'd lose $40,000 easily.
Every day it goes up another $10,000
or $40,000 you lose now in the market. And then she said, and we'll rent in New York. Who the fuck sells and that has a less than $1,000 mortgage because I paid it down, from the hard work I've done. Why, she's out gallivanting, and I fucking and go rent in New York for like $2,000, and plus we have a 4-year-old. We have good schools where we live, so you can't just move when you don't know the school system. I know the school system. It's good schools. A lot of He
knows schools. I think we can all.
My other daughters went to schools, and my other daughter is on the dean's list in college every fucking marking period. Okay, so
no one says marking period in college. You dumbbell.
I know.
Marking period.
He's always using like, how old is he? Because he uses phrases from like the turn of the century.
Oh, poppycock. So you got it fucking made. You don't have to answer to anybody. You don't you come and go when you want. You do what you fucking want.
Rich.
He's not lonely. He fucking goes.
There's a price to pay for that.
yeah.
He's got nobody to do his laundry. Right? Wouldn't you want someone to ask you to vacuum once in a while?
I have a housekeeper, and I like doing my own laundry. I do my own laundry.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's why I do my laundry. I don't want to do anybody else's laundry.
No, but I would do something else. I would do my ex-girlfriends when she would stay over. And she would leave her stuff over. She was lazy. She never did laundry, but I would always do hers when it was there. Wash her stupid pants.
Here's the deal. When we were in our house and we had the washer and dryer, I had no problem throwing her shit in. It was right there. But, going to the laundromat.
You gotta go to a mat now?
Yeah, because we live in a fucking furnished apartment.
And it's so depressing.
I love you.
I go on the fucking road. And then I come back to a furnished apartment, so it still feels like I'm on the fucking road.
Yeah.
It's I'm working these fucking gigs, trying to just get by, pay bills, pay to move, and then I got to hear her fucking vacuum. Go fuck yourself. I'm not a vacuumer. Go vacuum. Fuck it. It's not even,
Whatever. It's not that. It's not the vacuuming or anything. It's the childishness.
Yeah.
With which he goes, you're not my mom, but he puts me into that category, forces me into that.
Because I'd rather bang my mom.
Because any normal person would just jump up and see what needs to be done and do it, and everybody.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired.
From what?
From golfing.
From
golfing.
No.
He golfed all day.
That doesn't.
I got up.
Does he golf a lot?
Yeah, every day he's like, I got to do it today because it's the only nice day. Every day he says it.
No, here's the thing.
You don't know if it's going to be nice tomorrow. You got to go.
You know how tiring it is just going from city to city and fucking 1 week in Baltimore. You come home for 4
No, he has no
days.
idea.
I'm just saying he's agreeing because you don't know. Once in a while, and which you should be on the road everywhere once we get, the kid in school and stuff. But
you're gonna just leave her.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
She's just sitting there waiting for someone to pick her up for
when she's old enough, just send her to boarding school.
So it's just tiring, and then you got the pressure of fucking this, this dumb fucking 4-year movie that we thought was done, and now it's another $40,000 fucking dollars.
Why?
Because we re-edited it. We took it from one level, and the graphics alone are $17,000 fucking dollars for graphics, and it's well worth it. It's well worth it, but it's just so much. And you're sitting here going, "Holy fuck! You got $130,000, and what if I don't sell this fucking thing?" You
trying to get it to festivals and stuff. Or
we were this close. We were to South by Southwest, and one person said no. Everybody said yes.
Yeah,
but
that person was me.
And we're kind of glad because it wasn't ready.
Right.
It wasn't the way we.
Do you know who said no or no?
Some lady there.
Why'd she say no? Did she give you a reason?
Yes.
What'd she say?
First of all, she sent an email to Rich that said that was titled, "This isn't the email you were hoping for."
Yeah,
which I love the professionalism.
This wasn't the email you were hoping for.
What was the reason?
Your wife's going to be with you for 10
She said it was more about me than about the topic.
The topic. She said it was more of a venue or whatever for Bonnie.
Yeah, a vehicle.
A vehicle for Bonnie.
A venue.
A vehicle. I think. I'm like sometimes
any V word.
More
of a Vincent Price.
more of a. So
he couldn't think of another word.
I know. He was reaching for venison, but he's like. So okay, so did you re-edit it again? Was that a valid point she made?
No. The point.
Actually, we did change it to include more because, we got a couple of people's opinions Colin Quinn's and stuff, and everybody was like, I mean, it didn't show me doing stand-up. It really didn't show me hardly at all. And they said, you should put more of you in it. So then we ended up actually doing the
also
opposite of what she said.
The first guy that saw it at South by Southwest was really very pivotal in the re-editing, because he said, look, I'm not telling you to make these changes, but make them. You know, and he's been doing this for over 10 years, looking at documentaries and looking at comedies. What changes did he tell you? Well, we moved around the beginning towards the back. We added a couple more things of her and I. We threw stand-up in it. The middle kind of fell flat. We pumped up the middle.
We cut out Bobby Kelly.
No, only half of them. And the guy really knew what he was fucking talking about.
But you know what the problem with the hardest part, I think, of the documentary is that it's not real. I mean, it's real in some way, but it's really not like an empowered documentary, where I think a lot of women, even female comedians, when they talk to me about it, they feel like it's got to be that, like where I'm really going, no, women are funnier than men, which is really not what it is. It's more like making fun of the entire topic rather than really like showing that women really are funnier than men. And so it's kind of a hard tone. Like, if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Yeah, every comedy documentary is like, oh, and then I struggled and I did it, and it's not that. It's just fucking funny. It's Artie Lang being fucking hilarious. And in here, it's really funny. No, it was funny. It's fucking funny in here. Fucking.
But you're happy with the way it's cut now?
I love it.
Oh, yeah,
I love it.
I do.
Can you stop farting? Oh.
And then I fucking, you've watched it 10 million times. Right. But you can see little minor changes and stuff.
I've never seen it.
Huh?
You should let me see it. I'm very good at that stuff.
You are?
Yes. I'm a good rewriter and good editor. Not that I'm going to rewrite that, but I'm good at that.
Well, yeah, because you got an eye. You're a fucking comic.
And ears.
Huh?
And ears.
So... so the stress of going on the road and doing all that and paying, you put out that kind of money and you're going, well, what the fuck? What if, this industry, if one person loves it, they all love it. If one goes,
Where do you want it? Where do you want it to wind up? Because you could try to get it into...
Well, here's the deal. We have a lawyer that will probably try to sell it as a package, with a TV show attached and, Netflix, all that shit. We will get more money. If we get it into a festival, it will raise the value of the movie when it comes time to sell it. But if I could sell it outright for what I want,
we'll start taking offers right now.
If I could sell it outright without a festival, then I would fucking sell it. You know what I mean?
I would like to buy it and then just re-edit it, really sloppy.
Just destroy everything
for no reason. Yeah,
every bit of vision they had.
Like, every time you talk, just cut.
No, that'd be...
Drop the audio out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I'd like to do, too, but I can't. If you have 300,000, which you do, you could buy it. That's my minimum. 300.
Sounds fair.
Sounds fair. You start negotiations?
Yeah.
No, we start high.
You just announced that you're
Meanwhile, you take 131.
I know. Fucking, one time I yelled at her and we were fighting. I go, why don't you just leave? Here's 25,000, get out. She said no, and then I realized never make your final offer first.
You think you guys are going to stay married? You're not going to break up?
I don't know.
We did this weird thing.
What?
We made a pact that we would never get divorced.
I don't remember that.
It was called our marriage. It's called a wedding. No, we're not going to get divorced until all gay people can get divorced in this country. That's a real commitment.
She acts like so cool, but she's so prudy. She's like,
I've never done it in the butt. Everybody.
She fucking won't do 69.
Why not? No, but that's a fair question. Why?
I also won't take a working vacation. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Actually sums it up.
I gotta concentrate. When I was single and out sexing it up and stuff, coming was pretty fucking easy. And then after you're married, what's funny is that people are always like, I hear girls going, oh, you gotta get a guy who's good at kissing because, whatever. But it's like, well, that really that's only good until, maybe for like 6 months after you're married. Then you don't kiss anymore. It's over. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, who kisses?
Such a dumb.
I don't
know. So sex takes on a new thing. So I gotta think about it.
The oral. Do you like the 69 on the bottom or the top, Rich?
What's that? I don't remember.
I like to do it on the bottom.
Years. Oh, you mean I like to do it laying, both laying.
So why don't you do it once in a while, Bonnie?
Yeah.
Just compromise.
Because this is the thing, I get so resentful sometimes. Like the fact that he wouldn't fucking vacuum more. I'll be carrying 87 things and he won't take one package out of my hand. Or if you go, hey, can you help me? He'll be like, oh, you can see in his face that he doesn't want to do anything for me. That I get resentful. Then I don't want to do anything for him.
He's doing the best he can.
No,
thank you. He has Asperger's.
Sometimes I think like he's narcissistic, and it's like
Of course he is.
Like I think like he's got a disorder in his brain. Like give him some slack, which I try to do, but
I don't have narcissism.
Yes, you do.
Oh my god! I got to tell the story about your brother. Can I?
I don't care.
Okay, so his brother fell on hard times.
He fell, and he's really going to fall now.
Shut up. So he, no, it's a sad story. It's really tragic. Yeah. He's diabetes, and he went into a
diabetic coma.
Diabetic coma, and they didn't find him for a few days anyway.
Oh no! Wow, he's out for a while, huh?
Yeah, and his kidneys failed, and he had blood clots in his leg, and they had to amputate his leg. Yeah, and
but we saved it.
Yeah, they've got it on what do you call
mantle?
Yes. What do you call it? Do you stuff it? We've stuffed it.
Taxidermist.
Take his leg to a taxidermist.
So you have his leg cut off. He has his brain. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's related to Rich, so obviously he's not perfect.
I don't talk I don't hate him. We don't hate it, but we talk maybe once every year, every 2 years. We're just not close at all.
You're not close to any of your family, are you?
Kind of more my sister just to fight, but no, I'm not close. I'm close with my kids. I broke the chain of dysfunction myself, but we just weren't close. She's close with her family, but I don't know. I just haven't talked to him for years. I don't know what the fuck he does.
Do you think Rich has broken the chain of dysfunction?
Sometimes I wonder how bad was that family that he really thinks he's amazing. But he's a good father. He's a good father.
Go.
So what about
so we're in the
leg?
hospital room, and Rich is Rich. He's disconnected from his brother. He immediately turns on golf. His brother doesn't want to watch it. Rich doesn't care.
It's a good tournament.
Is sitting there watching golf. The brother, for the first time, we've been there a couple times before that, starts talking about the fact that he's lost his leg, and he's got to get a prosthetic, and it's he's like, I don't know how I'm going to learn how to walk and stuff. And Rich doesn't look at him, doesn't take his eyes off the TV where the golf was going on. He goes, you'll be fine. Just stay positive. And it was just so dismissive.
I was trying to be positive. You stay positive,
But it wasn't a sincere. It was a shut the fuck up positivity. It wasn't a sincere trying to make somebody feel better.
Then because then.
It was about you, not him. That positivity was about you not having to hear his fucking blather, as opposed to making him feel better.
Yes, because I think we all know how positive Rich is.
Well, did I yell at Dunkin' Donuts right after that?
And then, so then we go through Dunkin' Donuts, and his egg sandwich was cold, and Rich is like, fucking my egg sandwich is, god damn it, it's cold. And I go, you're right, you should totally get mad if your egg sandwich is cold. But if you fucking have your leg amputated, stay positive.
Did you go inside and get your egg sandwich?
No, we already pulled away, man.
They fuck you at the drive-thru.
So no, I mean, no. Here's the thing, because he's like, I'm not going to be able to, he can't see that, it's going to work out in the long run, and things, now, at least,
What?
No, I mean
words. No, I don't know what you're saying.
That he feels like it's the end of the world, but once I've played golf with guys with one leg with a prosthetic.
Stop with golf.
I've done guys. They run in marathons. You look at the commercials. They
true.
do. I'm saying, you just want him to be positive. It's not, don't, whatever, I don't know. It's hard to communicate.
Rich is just rambling, insincere blather.
Yeah.
You wanted to watch golf.
No, I didn't.
You didn't care about his fucking stupid no leg at the moment.
No, it's narcissism because it was about somebody else and he just...
That's not true. I fucking give. That's all I do is give.
You don't give.
Oh, I give. I do a lot of benefits.
I've never known you to give.
Are you crazy? I do fucking
I've
benefits.
never heard you listen to a story where you didn't just have some nice follow-ups about the person's story. You always go, oh, I did that one time. I did something exactly the same, a little bit better than you.
No, when Brewer was saying he had all that nice...
Jim Brewer was here, right?
No, it was at his house. We were at his house.
No, but he was on.
No, when he was talking about doing Stern and all that stuff and.
No, this is the better Jim Brewer story. Kate, Rich comes in, does O&A, and I ask him, on the way home, I was like, how'd it go? What was it? And he goes, it was fine. It was nothing going on. And I'm like, I don't know why I kept asking him about it. Because I'm fucking sitting at home with a kid. I have no adult interaction. It's like, bring me news from the city. And he's like, nah, Jim Brewer was in, talked about his family and stuff, nothing. And a little backstory is that we edited most of our movie at Jim Brewer's parents' house in the basement. That's where the office was. And so this story directly affects us and our movie also. So I keep asking him, well, what did I think? Nah, he called his dad or he called his mom once or whatever. Do you remember him being in?
I wasn't here that day, but I know the story.
When he called his mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I go into the edit and the editor goes, oh yeah, we're going to have to move out of here. I go, why? He goes, oh, I guess because you were on, Rich was on O&A the day that Jim was in. I go, he didn't tell me what he said. Nothing happened. He goes, oh, this is the other thing. Right before I tell this part, Rich goes, I go, did you talk to Brewer at all? And he goes, yeah, I told him he's got to see our movie. He's got to look at it. I was like, okay. So this is what happens on the show is that his mom was caught sort of abusing the father.
Yes.
And the father had to get taken out of the home and put in a home, and she had to go live with Jim, and they had to sell the house. And it was it's a pretty incredible story.
It's a major upheaval.
And a major upheaval, and it affects us. There's so many, even if we weren't there, you'd be like, oh my God, this is kind of a crazy story that's going on with Jim. No, so then so after I found this out, I go, Rich, when did you ask Jim about the movie? He goes, oh, right after he's done the show. So Jim has just told this whole horrible story about his family, and then after the show, Rich goes, "Hey, you gotta watch our movie."
No, first of all, I gave him
that's
good
narcissism.
Advice. First of all, I gave him some really good advice here. Some of the best.
Do you not
advice.
think you're a narcissist?
No, I gave him some of the best advice. I just got so much going on. So
Shut up.
Listen, in this business,
we all do.
No, but you have a manager and an agent that does everything, and you have Kenny and stuff. Okay. Don't act like this. If you were doing everything yourself, like I am, would it consume your fucking head?
Sometimes.
Okay. So it consumes you, and you have people working for you. Okay, I don't make the money, so right now at the money I'm making, which is decent money, but at the money I'm making, it wouldn't be worth it to have these people.
But a manager would make you a little bit more, and they would just take 10%.
No, they wouldn't. No, not.
Yeah, or an agent.
I understand what you're saying, that you've got a lot of on your plate, and I get that and stuff. But that doesn't really excuse the fact that just on a 1-to-1 with people, you never just engage them for being them.
Yes,
you never allow them to just have a story.
I compliment a lot of people.
One time we were sitting at the cellar, and Amy Schumer said who was her agent? She said,
oh, Levity.
Oh, she said she goes. He goes, who's your manager or whatever? She goes, oh, I just signed with Levity. He goes, oh, good, they'll just take anybody. It's like Amy Schumer doesn't have any real feelings either, so it was fine. But it's like
you really do act.
Are you?
You pretend that we're all actors in your play.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. You're just
And he gets so angry if he can't control what he wants you to do.
You don't think you are? You don't think 90% of the comics are? Because it's a self-centered business.
I understand that, but I have the ability to empathize with people. We're all self-centered asses.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is the thing, is that you rise to the most self-centered in a business full of self-centered
people who are in this business are going, wow, you're self-centered. Yes. And to everyone not in the business, you look like a fucking sociopath.
You say
a total disconnected person. Should we break?
Yeah, we can break.
We put an hour.
Oh, hold on. God, I hope Anthony's not puking from. Anyhow, next weekend, Friday and Saturday.
He just said that so that he could be like,
I know what he's doing. I'm going to plug too.
People.
Relax. I know.
I'm not plugging.
Good.
No, he had to say the Anthony thing. See, I care.
We're at the Arlington Cinema Draft House, and Bonnie's even going to be on the marquee, I think. The Arlington Cinema Draft House, the 23rd and 24th. Have you ever done this place?
Where's here?
Arlington,
Virginia. No,
it's fucking great. It's like a theater, a little movie theater. It's like a hipster type comedy place.
Okay.
23rd and 24th of March. Bonnie and myself and a local host, and Bonnie's going to do. You're going to do like 30 minutes this time. You're going to do 30. She's preparing now.
Can you stop condescending to me for 5 minutes?
All right. Rich and Bonnie will be at the Arlington Draft House the 23rd and 24th.
He loves his job.
Tonight through Saturday. I'll be in Orlando at the Improv. And then next Friday, Saturday, Uncle Vinny's for the first time in Point Pleasant. And March 29th through April 1 is Caroline's. And then... DC and.
Oh, you're going to Uncle Vinny's. You gotta get the pasta.
Is it good or?
It's so good.
No, they have a new chef. His brother's not doing it anymore.
Oh boy, was it not great pasta?
Oh my God.
It's good.
Rich has never turned down free food ever.
All right.
Except for.
No, it's good. There's nothing wrong with it.
I've never done the Room. I hear it's a good room.
It's funny.
Normally, I only do the Stress Factory in Jersey. That's it. Yeah. But that's just one of the smaller places to work on this thing. So
what thing?
I'm shooting an hour in the end of April, so I wanted to make sure that it's ready.
Oh, I thought you already shot that.
No, I had to push to April.
Why do you work on this stuff? Just go fucking do it. Like you fucking got it down.
Well, you do, but it's like you have to pick the theater and the date, and everything has to be compatible. So you have to work on it, put it together, so it makes sense.
Well, I mean, the material you got down.
No, you don't have to. Come on, you're talented.
No, I want it to make sense.
No,
I want it to flow and kind of have a theme.
A theme?
Why? What
do you mean, the set have a theme?
Or just, I want it to make, just have a beginning, middle. Like, the end is just fucking, obviously, but I mean,
the beginning is when you come out, the middle is in the middle of the show, and the end is good night.
No, but I want it to kind of...
It could be like sort of a circus theme, or...
Yeah, something like that.
Pirate theme.
I want people to learn something about me.
You want it to be like a sleepwalking type theme?
No, but I want it... No, but it's got to make sense. Like, certain things can't follow certain things.
You know what I like about Jim? He's so funny and smart and quick. Like, you really are one of the quickest people I've ever met.
Thank you.
Yet, lots
Believe
of times...
me, I knew there was an end yet
Lots
coming.
of times when people do jokes to you, you answer completely, honestly. What, do you not know that it's a joke, or that's your way of getting... It's like, I don't have time for your...
No. At times, I recognize that it's a joke, but sometimes if it's an attempt at a joke, and I don't want to just fucking,
you don't have to go, ha, ha.
Yeah, I'll just... You know what? I'll just, all right, I'll just answer it like it was a real question, because it was... I got it.
He is quick on radio. He's probably the quickest...
All right, shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Stop trying to say nice shit.
I know, he's trying to, I can...
He's my favorite.
But yes, I didn't think anybody was really interested in my theme.
Well, I mean, what is it? Are you going to come out in armor or something? Is it medieval or Renaissance, whatever?
I understood when you said armor. You'd have to expound on it.
Well, I just was going with it. I agree.
Can you spell medieval?
Huh?
Can you spell medieval?
Yeah, you're pussy.
Ooh, that's right. M-I-D Jew.
So that's some of the humor that you'll be hearing when we're in Arlington, Virginia.
All right, so we'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to eat something, and we have to catch up.
Not my pussy, I hope.
She's got a nice puss.
I'm sure she does.
It's all right.
God.
I got a picture of a big fat one that I like.
Really? God, the pussies are so ugly.
They're fucking the best.
You're gay.
The
Do you understand that? Like, I think a scrotum is much more attractive.
They are. If you look at a nice cock, a nice penis, like if you're watching porn, what's going to get you
He's
hard
coming out right now.
No.
All right, be right back.
All right.
Robert De Niro.
It's not what you say, it's what he sees.
In his directorial debut.
We can't accept that.
Starring Chaz Palminteri.
I didn't give it to you. I gave it to your son.
And Rich Vos.
Louie, Beans, I want my money.
A Bronx Tale.
Beans, you can't dodge me forever.
Come on, what are you doing about? What are you yelling about, huh?
John, I got a problem with this guy over here. Louie Beans, this guy owes me 20, and it's been 2 weeks now, and every time he sees me, he keeps dodging me, John. Should I crack him one or what?
The struggle of an idiotic Jewish comedian stammering his way through a few lines of film dialogue with a genuine Hollywood actor.
Listen, see, sometimes violence is not the answer. Is he a good friend of yours or not?
Nah, John, I don't even like him.
Well, there's your answer right there. Look at it this way. It costs you $20 to get rid of him. He's never going to ask you for money again. He's never going to bother you again. He's out of your life for $20. Come on, you got off cheap.
Yeah, you're right, John. You're always right.
A Bronx Tale.
How do you know the right answer all the time, Johnny?
Well, I try to keep my eyes and ears open all the time. And I read.
You read?
Yeah, I read. Come on. Come on, let's go to Mario's next door and get something to eat.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We are back with Norton and Friends. With Opie is on vacation. Back on Monday. Anthony has what I'm hoping is food poisoning just because he was fucking bragging about that stupid Italian restaurant. Yeah. So he left. And Sam is still here. And of course, Rich and Bonnie are in, and Kenny is here. It's an electric atmosphere.
It is a high energy show.
It really does. You know, Rich and I, we were excited. I don't know if Rich was, but I was excited about coming because I haven't been in a long time. And I get here and Norton can barely ask a question.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's not an interview type show, Bonnie.
I know, but I wanted a little, excitement, a little energy happening.
But it is enjoy. You guys are just talking. It is more time for you guys just to yap because there's nothing going on. We're just yapping, hanging out.
It's just guys and it's like
just dudes hanging out
and a girl. It's kind of like fucking that movie.
What do you think of it?
What's the name of it? Soup in a Sandwich or something.
Soup in a Sandwich.
The one you were talking about with a girl. What's he talking about? Where they watch a movie and they cook and they fucking, talk.
Oh, dinner in a movie. Dinner in a movie.
Soup in a Sandwich.
It's not a show. It's an interstitial. It's from years ago.
What's an interstitial?
It's like what they do in between shows. Not commercial, but part of... I don't know. This is what they did. It was Paul Gilmartin and Annabelle Gurwitch, and they did a thing called Dinner in a Movie.
Awful. Gilmartin and Gurwitch, how terrible. And it was, is it like Up All Night with Rhonda Shear? Is it like one of those things?
I don't know what that show is.
Yeah, it's similar. It's like they would interrupt the movie and they would...
They'd do a little, they'd make here's how you make a Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Oh, those are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I hate interstitials. They're really bad.
I didn't know that this was going to be the thing
to
get your passion going.
I'm just very sleepy. I'm doing my storage unit. I'm trying to clean it out and put them in plastic bins and make it neater. So I've been obsessed with that, but it's been keeping me up a lot.
Where's your storage unit?
Oh my God! Yeah, here we go. Because Rich has a fantasy about getting a storage unit, putting a bed in there, so that we don't have to rent hotels when we stay in New York. He wants to stay in his storage unit.
It's illegal to do that.
How do you know?
You're not allowed to do that.
You know.
First of all, you're supposed to be in show business. You don't sleep in a storage unit, fucking white trash.
This was back in the day.
Oh, my God.
And I talked about, I'm saying if you had a nice storage unit, you throw a couch, something there, and then
There's
during
no
the
bathroom.
day.
And what do you just sit there and then sleep?
And he said this was back in the day, except instead when Norton said this is illegal, immediately said, "How do you know?" Like it's still immediately on his mind.
My storage unit.
He was back in the day. He brought it up probably a couple months ago. He always, every once in a while,
before he got
tries
big,
to float the idea again.
I have two of them in my building. I have two. I bought them, and they just help a lot.
Yeah, I got
They're
one.
not big enough to sleep in.
I got one.
Okay, back to you.
No, I'm just saying you're acting like no one knows what a fucking storage unit is.
You obviously didn't because you're asking me questions about it, whereas in my building, you're thinking of a self-storage unit that you go to the building, and I'm letting you know that in my building, it's in the basement.
Yeah.
So to stay in that one, you'd have to pay rent anyway in the apartment, so why don't I just go upstairs?
No, I'm talking about mine's off property.
Yeah, I know that. Mine's not.
He just explained it.
I know. What do you take anybody's side but mine?
Yes.
Are you bringing stuff to Cleveland? We're doing the garage sale thing in Cleveland.
What are you selling?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna auction off Opie, Anthony, and Jim's old shit. Because they were bringing in the other day, Norton brought in a giant monitor and speakers that he didn't realize were 10
Cleveland
years old.
is a place to go. One of the poorest fucking cities in the country.
It's a goof. We're not trying to make money.
Oh. Well, I threw out fucking gigantic boxes of porn DVD. I probably threw out.
Why throw them out? That's what you should have brought.
No, I thought of that, but I don't. Giving out porn DVDs can be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Over state lines and shit. I'm telling you, that's how they get you with some weird technicality. I'm not fucking with porn. I thought of that, but then I'm like, fuck it, just throw it out.
Because there's sodomy in them?
There is, and a lot of girls with penises.
A what?
A lot. Well, some. You know, you get them in the mail. You're too polite to throw them out. So whatever. You come to them.
Watch it out of.
We threw out our porn.
Someone went to the trouble to give me them.
I did throw out a lot of porn.
We had the worst porn because we got a lot of porn free. We had the worst porn.
You just go online now. It's like you go to clitty.com. There's every fetish.
Clitty. I love.
It's a terrible name, but it's a great site.
You don't ever put in porn DVDs anymore?
Nah, you don't need to. I went through these boxes. I couldn't believe the amount of porn I had because Yoshi used to send it to me from Evil Angel.
Oh, yeah.
And it was well over 1,000 DVDs.
If you go online, like, you might click the wrong thing. Next thing you know, the FBI is knocking on your door.
That's not true. That's never happened. No one has ever one-clicked child porn by mistake and then all of a sudden had the FBI come.
No.
Doesn't happen.
He's right about that. I don't think it has.
No, but can you get in trouble if you say you're like, I don't know, barely legal, and then they find out she wasn't even barely legal?
No, because you're looking for barely legal. You're looking for a chick who's 18 or 19. That's allowable.
People still there's still chat rooms. People still do that. Like,
no, I don't think so.
And how do these people meet the
Hey,
other
do you guys ever, if you're like lonely at night, call a party line?
I do.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, I used
you can meet people. Really.
There used to be a gay party line that was like you got these cards or something, and it was like it cost like nothing. I heard.
So you prefer cocks to vaginas?
I know. It's like I'm sitting between the two fucking gayest dudes.
Hey, wait, why the two gayest guys?
Well,
I just like trannies.
Yeah, well.
At least there's got to be tits there, otherwise it's queer. Beat it. So just when you and Rich have sex, does he make you talk about other, like, having sex with other people?
Yes. Yeah.
It is hot, though. It's hot. There's something hot about it.
But then he's so jealous, it confuses me.
No,
I'm scared that I'm going to get in trouble.
No, it's empowering because I'm a jealous guy, too, and I'm insecure. So when you talk to another girl about fucking other people, it's almost like you're taking your worst fear and you're empowering yourself. Like, it's almost like it can be this fucking overwhelming, crushing thing, or I can jerk off like a fucking animal to it. So I make it sexual because it used to be so fucking threatening. If I found out a girl fucked a guy with a bigger dick than me, it would drive me nuts. And like, why do I give a fuck? Like, she's not fucking that guy with me. So years ago, I stopped caring about that, and I'll just make her tell me about it while I come.
When she tells me about the college professor who put the fake plant in front of the door so nobody could see, I come like a fucking jackrabbit.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm in his office. He puts the plant in front of the glass door. Oh, okay, I came.
Really? It's the plant that gets him.
I know. It's like I don't even get
he loves
anything.
the plant. It's not even you or the professor.
I know. It's something about putting that plant.
Yeah, there's something about photosynthesis. So,
fucking pictures.
Don't try to say it, Rich.
Oh, forget it.
Well, that's kind of, you're the only guy I know who does that.
What?
Besides me.
Oh,
that likes that.
Fucking great.
Yeah, it is hot.
But he'll be like, he'll want to have sex and he'll just like he'll just pull his pants down and lay on the bed like this. Like he's planking on the bed. And just like I'm supposed to be like, woo, yeah. And he'll have his gum in his upper lip. And sometimes he'll fart and he'll be like, come on, let's do it.
Oh, no. We'll expect you to blow him first?
Yeah, put your mouth on it.
No, you say that, Rich? Yeah. Put your mouth on it?
Give it a kiss.
You don't say that. Give it a kiss? That's how fucking pedophiles get people to do it. Give it a kiss? That's fucking horrible.
He doesn't understand how women's bodies work. Like, even still, like, he doesn't know, like, I can't get excited. I know this is going to be hard to believe, but I can't get excited just looking at you.
Well, that's why we got fucking that lube.
I know, but it's like...
So does he not, like, worry about, like, getting you stimulated?
No, nothing.
Oh, no, every time I
sometimes he won't even touch down there before he shoves it in.
Do you guys, do you say when you talk...
It's always a little bit rapey in the beginning, you know?
Does he say cock in bed, the word cocked? Or, like, will he say suck my cock or just kiss it?
I'm not a talker.
I wish that were true in all aspects of life.
It just fucks up my fantasies.
I try to get him to talk near my vagina so it can get wet.
Why don't you guys watch porn together? Go on that.
We used to, but then our house burned down. We don't have any. We didn't get it out.
Go online. Clitty.com. I'm telling you, they have fucking every fetish.
I'm scared I'm going to get bugs.
Oh, you're
viruses.
You're not going to get viruses just from a big site like that.
You can't get a virus on an iPad anyhow. Apple doesn't get viruses.
They occasionally do. Oh, yeah, Apples are much easier. And you're not going to get it just from going to the site. Like a big site like that, you're not going to. Just don't fucking go to a news group and download shit.
Yeah, because you're not downloading anything on the sites anymore. You're just
looking.
Yeah.
You're just opening up a fucking streaming link or
What's
whatever.
it called?
Clitty, C-L-I-T-I.
Clitty.com?
Yeah. No,
Why do
.org.
they do it for free?
I guess there's ads that will pop up and stuff like that. They make their money from ads. Yeah, Clitty.gov.
I didn't get it. What?
Never mind.
It's just the government's websites are .gov.
How'd you know that?
It's like it's follow-up questions or so.
No, you don't fucking know a lot of shit, man. You're pretty stupid. She's not no common sense. Just has no clue. Tax day she thought was April like 17th or something. Everybody on the planet knows
2 days.
April 15th.
So do you guys? How's your podcast doing?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we do like 15,000 downloads a week or something. Or I guess it's it's up there. It's getting there.
What's
we
it
don't
called?
really promote it anywhere.
It's called My Wife Hates Me.
We don't really promote it.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I mean, once in a while we go on radio. Some radio stations on the road seem like they get upset when you promote a podcast.
Fuck them. What is it, an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio stinks now. It stinks on the road. I got to
Some
do
of
it
them
tomorrow
like it.
morning.
No. Wait, where you
Monsters in the
going?
morning I actually
Where
like
you
in
going?
Orlando, and I like those guys in the morning are good.
DC is good.
Who in DC?
Sports Junkies.
No, those guys I like
They're
a lot.
great. I'll tell you some good ones that I've done. Kid Chris is good.
Kid Chris is good. You know where he is now.
Yeah, he's in fucking Atlanta.
Yes. The regular guys are really good.
Yeah,
They're fucking
BJ
great show to do.
Shea is
BJ
good.
Shea's great in Seattle, and fucking Rich and Toucher and Rich in Boston are great. Johnny Dare is good in Canada.
Fucking Mickey is good in Baltimore.
Oh yeah, of course,
I love
Cowhead in Tampa.
Yeah.
You get again. There's fun shows, and I'm sure I'm missing some guys. This is two dudes, Fernando and Greg in San Francisco. I like a lot. Do you know them?
No, I've done Alice or Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah. No name. No name's gone now. She's back
gone.
in Vinny.
Sarah Vinny.
It's amazing. I know all these fucking radio people, but they're the ones I like. But most of them are fucking horrid.
Well, some are where you go in and it just. Well, the worst is when you go in for 1 or 2 breaks. You got to get up fucking early, or they record it and play it later.
Yeah, so we don't curse. That's how paranoid they are. Phoners do that a lot. You'll call in and then they tape you and they're like, all right, we're going to play this tomorrow morning. So you have to act like, hey, I'm there tonight. But meanwhile, you haven't even left the city yet.
I like Chaz and AJ in Connecticut. Just a lot of them I like.
I don't know if I know those guys.
They're nice guys.
Well, what are the other ones they're doing that are so bad?
It's just that there's such a dishonesty in the way they communicate with you.
Yeah.
They don't talk honestly. They don't talk like themselves. They don't. All right, it's like 5 minutes of schlock. It's like radio. That's like fucking morning TV. I got to do morning TV tomorrow. I did it in Miami, and the chick is really.
Why do you do it? I mean,
I don't, because when I'm not sold out in like Florida, like I'm not sold out, of course. So it's like I can't say no. I say no to hip hop. I will not do hip hop stations. I'm not going to draw from them. I've killed on hip hop stations, and nobody black shows up. It doesn't matter. They just don't like my dumb face. So these morning shows, if it was a gig I was sold out on, I would go absolutely not.
But I think, does the TV work?
No.
Does anybody come in from
Because
it?
people that watch morning TV are housewives that aren't working, that stay home. It draws nobody. The guys in Florida are good, too.
Young Ron and Paul, or Young Paul and Ron. I always forget which is which, but Paul, those guys are
I like
great.
those,
They're in Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
Why can't you just say, I'll tweet instead? Like, wouldn't that give you more?
I tweet anyway. I've been tweeting.
TV's the worst because it's the black guy, the white guy. It's just so fucking.
And there's a girl in Miami I did recently. Do you remember her name? She's fucking sexy, man. And she's really nice.
Yeah.
And she carried me through the segment because there's nothing I can do in my act that's appropriate for that. I mean, I even the stuff that's not dirty it's
I always
racial.
I always hit on the ladies. I go, you know, I just always make them uncomfortable on the thing, and it's just.
You're good at that stuff. I mean, I'm terrible at those shows. I think you're probably you can pull those off. Like Kevin Hart, I can imagine being great on those shows.
Yeah,
because he could do his thing and be
Cheeto
funny.
and Garrett, they're fun.
I don't know them.
You did it when you did Captain Brian's.
Oh, right.
They're real fun.
They were great, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain Brian's. I have a major fucking.
But do they feel intimidated by you ever because you're on a
Oh no, I don't think they care about that.
radio?
No, they plug it. It used to be years ago nobody would mention satellite, like you can't talk about it. And now they're like, how's satellite? They all ask me how satellite radio is.
Last week I was doing radio, and the guy, they kept going, they kept saying how much they love O&A, and a lot of them listen, because the thing is, O&A can do what they really want to do.
All radio guys are checking out satellite. There's no radio guys that don't care.
Yeah.
All of them are curious as to what it's like here.
Because it's too
It's just like
confining.
It's confined.
It's just like Tough Crowd.
You have to worry about the advertisers so much.
So many celebrities used to watch Tough Crowd because we would say on Tough Crowd what they really wanted to say.
I love Colin, but I can't listen to the Tough Crowd thing anymore.
No. What are you talking about?
No, I mean it's like how long ago was that show?
9 years. It got canceled 8 years ago.
It's just he brings it up.
It is a rough
time.
one though. I have to agree with Rich on this one. It's a hard one to let go.
Yeah, it was because it was a institution.
What? Forget it. I agree with her now. I don't want to talk about it. Did you watch Byron Allen's show where they're doing...
Now that's a good show.
He just farts on his wife. Rich just farted on his wife's arm. She doesn't even notice.
The podcast is, people tweet all the time, hey, less farting. Like, that's how much he just is...
Yeah, Byron Allen. Did you host a couple of those?
I hosted some.
For Byron Allen?
Yeah, Byron Allen, I hosted... they called me up. You know, they did the... what was it called? Comedy.tv or something.
Yeah.
You know, the stand-up. And... he was like, yeah, so we want you to host some of them, blah, blah, blah. Because he wanted me to do a set, and I couldn't go out to L.A. for the amount of money that they were saying. It was like, but he said, oh, if you host 4, then we'll make it worth your while. And then at the end of the conversation, he goes, I got to get one more thing. Are you still good looking? But, I had to, send a picture with a newspaper.
It's funny that's a concern, though. It's like, who gives a fuck?
I'm a fucking comic. But then that's what they do. They hire these cute girl comics, to be the host. And then I go, before I went on, I didn't know nobody talked to me about my set or what I was going to do. I go, how much time am I doing? And Byron Allen goes, do 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you're comfortable with. That's how much time I had.
And they told you, they said, you don't even have to do comedy, just introduce.
Just introduce if you want. You don't even have to do
just what are you doing?
Yeah, I know, but why don't they just hire spokesmodels?
Because it probably costs more to do that than a comic who wants a crack at it or a break, It's probably easier to get the fucking comedians who want the shot on TV. But I mean, that's everybody just doing their act to each other. It doesn't seem natural to me.
Oh, no, that show is different.
That's what I mean. I mean,
that's the one where they all sit around. That's
Unleashed.
bizarre.
So you just got back from Iraq. Hey, you had an abortion. It just makes it so bad.
And what bugs me, Byron Allen's a smart dude. Like, he owns everything.
Yeah.
He's a rich fucking dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't bother me. It's the comics that are actually doing it. They're actually subscribing to it and pretending to laugh at each other's acts.
Well, I was on the show with, what's that guy?
Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker. And I was sitting next to him, and he would go into these rants and craziness. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know if would it be worse for me to be looking like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I didn't know if the camera would be on me when it was on him. Or if it would be worse if I was caught laughing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know. I was like struggling in my head. Like, but he one time, anytime anybody would say anything, he would go on these like little
10-minute about cell phones.
When somebody brought up cell phones, and he went on this rant, literally 9 minutes about cell phones. It didn't make sense, and about how kids have cell phones, and went on and on and on and on, and then it's like awkward. And then Byron Allen goes, "Okay, well, we're going to commercial. We'll be right back," or whatever. And he turns to me and he goes, "I just ad-libbed that whole thing."
Gives a fuck.
Like, really, you couldn't tell. It was spot on.
Yeah, all those shows. I mean, they're just
the idea is to have to like the thing about Tough Crowd that was fun. Like, this is why we keep going back to it. Is because you don't see guys being honest on TV with each other like that. Like, you don't see guys attacking each other for trying to get applause breaks like they should. Comedians interacted on that show the way we should interact, which is laughing. Those guys made me laugh fucking hard. Geraldo, Patrice, Rich.
People who were good at it were really good at it.
Really funny.
And the people who were bad at it sometimes was good because you were like, oh, wow, this can go really terrible.
But Collins, people always hated the third act. Some people hated the third act. They always made me laugh because they were so weird. Mm-hmm. And he would brutalize you for fucking being a hack or for being predictable. Or he would allow you to brutalize him. It's like, you just don't see that. There was none of that. He would leave the dead air on. He would leave the mistakes in.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, that's what every alternative comic, like, they think they're alternative, but that to me is what was alternative to what was on TV was Tough Crowd.
Right.
Yeah. It talked about race, and it was doing really well in the ratings. And we knew why it got taken away was just because, and it's not a paranoid point of view, but they just didn't they got too many complaints about the content. And they just were done with it. I mean, it bummed the whole room out.
Yeah, I remember when that got canceled. It was almost like, when a girl breaks up with you, the empty feeling.
This was worse.
It was.
Of course it was.
It was, and not only that, it was in New York. You didn't have to fly to L.A. You just, hey, I'm doing TV.
Once a week. Oh, great.
Fucking... It was so much fun.
Remember how awkward it was after that? Because Greg got a show the same night? They kind of gave Geraldo the show.
Yeah, but that...
I do kind of remember
he was
that.
really awkward, too. I watched
because it would be like...
It wasn't exactly Tough Crowd. I know I wouldn't do it. Patrice wouldn't do it. We liked Greg, but we kind of felt like it would be disloyal to call.
You should have called me. I would have.
I don't think it went for very long. I think Greg was uncomfortable with it. But, he had fucking 3 kids. He wasn't going to say no to a TV show. I don't know if they gave him... They wasn't called Tough Crowd, but there was another...
Tough Group. It was called Tough Group.
Yeah, Rough Group. But it was something on Thursdays or whatever. Oh, Tough Crowd was on every night. It was a weeknight show.
That's not why I heard it was canceled. I'll tell you off air.
I know why. It was a certain firing, and I know all that. I know exactly why, but that was the main reason, was that it was fucking getting a lot of negative feedback from people that they don't like to hear negative feedback from.
You mean liberal type people, you're saying?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, and it sounds paranoid, but I guess after my experiences there and with other TV things, you start to just see the pattern and what you can bash safely and without repercussions or without them saying, "Oh, you don't want to do that," and what you can't.
But if the people you're doing it to aren't complaining,
that's of course. Look at the trouble Rush Limbaugh's in just for fucking bashing some woman who's a feminist. It's amazing.
Okay. What? I mean, he should be bashed for that.
Yes, you can bash him for it.
Yeah, that's, he has every right to say it. We have every right to react.
Bashing him was one thing, but the fact that people want him to lose his... Like, I don't want anybody to get in trouble for saying stuff I don't like. So why do people, when he says that, have this instinct to want to get him in trouble? Like, you're right. People do have the right to react.
Well, it's the advertisers. They're the pussies in all of it.
Yes.
Because why would you then, who Rush is before you started advertising on his show. Those are the people that make it so that nobody can do anything. You can't say something and you can't have people react to you because, God forbid, anybody notices, the advertisers are going to pull out. They're the people that you should hate.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, the free market is, like, if you say you're doing really well, the advertisers come around because everybody listens to you.
Right.
But if people just think you stink and don't listen to you, the advertisers have no reason to be on your show. To me, that's what's right. If no one listens to you, the advertisers will go away.
Right.
But when people come after your advertisers and go, he said something we find objectionable, we won't buy your product if you advertise on his show. To me, there's just such a scumbag mentality to that.
Well, they're holding them hostage. That's blackmail.
And again, the people go, we have the right to spend our money.
But you know what? I actually kind of agree that that's like the people can speak. You know, we can say, hey, that's.
But why would they want? Meaning, why would people speaking not just going, the guy's a douche? Like, why is there this need to have him feel their dislike? Like, I personally don't give a fuck what he says. He's valueless to me.
Right, exactly. I agree.
And Sharpton is a guy I truly hate. But I've never encouraged people to boycott Sharpton. And as much as I wish Sharpton would fucking fall down an elevator shaft, I've never encouraged people to try to get him fired. But
fired from what?
Well, he's on MSNBC.
Oh.
But if I don't have that instinct to get other people in trouble, why does anybody have that instinct? Like, why would you want to call an advert? I don't give a fuck what any of these guys say. None of them have any value to me. They're not influential.
Right, but that's the thing is, but they are influential. That's their whole job. Their whole job is to try to get people to believe what they want them to believe. You know, it's not just pure entertainment the way that he wants you to believe that it is. It's not. He's got a very serious agenda that he's trying to get as many people as he can to vote or do what he wants them to do.
Okay, then instead of if that's the truth, it's got to work both ways. Yeah. How about they give him credit for all of the positive things that happen because people listen to, it's like, that's the way I look at it. Like,
happen because of Rush.
Or anybody like that. Like, anybody like that means, by the nature, when you're watching someone like that, you're being involved in
you're saying that
politics.
the positive when Imus was thrown under the bus. You know
Imus is an entertainer, though. I mean, it really is different.
You know how much money he raised for. So he's okay.
It is different.
And Hannity or any of them, even on the left or right, they all have positive causes. They all raise money for charity. They all do fucking charity events. So so you can't.
Well, they get.
Hannity does that freedom concert all over the fucking place, raises money for fucking.
Yeah, nobody says, "Oh, that's terrible."
Yeah, but nobody's bringing that up. No one brings that up either. Too, the opposition never say, "Hey, here's something good that person did." You know, and same with the right. They never say, "Hey, here's something good that person did on the left."
But the thing is that what Rush Limbaugh said.
I guess I don't understand that. Why would people bring that up if they're mad at something else? You don't do that.
Well, it's got to be a balanced thing. If you're going to penalize somebody,
you don't go, "Oh, this guy's a fucking rapist, but he dresses really well."
But a rapist is, well, you could say that. But a rapist is a little bit fucking different than a guy just doing his job and saying what he wants to say.
No, it's not.
But who gives a what he says is? But I don't buy that whole thing. They're influential. To me, they're not. They're valueless. Like, I enjoy them sometimes, but they don't form my opinion. That's almost like saying
you. No,
but I don't. To me, that's elitist, though, and that's an elitist way of thinking. Is that, well, I can see them, but the masses can't.
No, I don't think that the masses. That. I just think like people. It's just like it becomes this sort of. You get, if you listen to the same thing every day, the same propaganda all the time,
you're calling it propaganda. You're calling it.
But then you're the dummy for listening. Like, the dummy that listens to and believes that propaganda, like, is a dumb motherfucker. Like, if you listen to Rush and actually think that's the gospel, you're a dope. Same as if you listen to fucking Oberman and think it.
But those dopes vote, and they have. You know, our country is at their whim.
Yeah, but you're saying there's propaganda coming from him. But
I'm saying not just him, but I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, I think like a lot of that right kind of radio, it's extreme because it has to be extreme because that's what. Well, that's what happens. That's how ratings get made and stuff.
Well,
but it also affects what happens in our country.
Same with the left.
I say our country, radio. Even though I'm Canadian.
It's extreme on both sides. You don't think fucking
I agree. It's extreme on both sides.
Well,
I totally agree.
Who cares? It's not encouraging people to go out and commit murders. Let it be extreme. Who cares? It's almost like I give everybody credit for making up their own minds. I'm not arrogant enough to think for other people. Like, and I don't want anybody thinking for me. I don't let
no, actually, but what I'm saying is that so that when people do say, hey, this guy's gone too far, whatever, like Rush, that, he's being a total fucking asshole.
But why are they not penalizing?
And saying that. So then we come out, other people come out, feminists, as you call them, say, hey, this has gone too far. This is ridiculous. That's just balancing things out.
But
that's all you're doing.
Yes, and I agree. However, it doesn't stop there. They go to the advertisers and go, we don't want him saying that.
Yeah. So
we have a problem with him saying that. Right. You're right. Them going on a radio show or them going on TV shows, and if they said that
on Twitter, that's what I think was the biggest
or
thing.
wherever. And if they said that fat junkie should drop dead of a heart attack, I would have no issue with that response. Right. He's a pig. He's stupid. Like, I have no issue with any of that response and them saying he's garbage. But it's when they want him to be silenced. I know all these dummies that disagree with me because they hated Rush. Oh, the free market.
I don't think anyone should be silenced because I feel like...
I do.
No, honestly... Put a cock in it. No, because, I enjoy people who will go and say things that even if I don't agree with it, I like people who are willing. Ann
Coulter.
I like when Ann Coulter says things because
she's great.
Most people will. She knows that's going to draw the ire of a lot of people, and she's willing to do it anyway. I like those people.
Yeah.
That I think the world needs people that are willing to say stuff, even though like the masses are going to come at them. But I don't know. That pissed me off. But Rush.
But it changed. The thing is, what gets you, and this is why it's so fraudulent, because it changes. That's why everyone's tripping on their dicks, because it changes from week to
whatever
week.
It affects you.
Whatever will get you fired. Like whatever, I hate to keep saying the sacred cow, but years ago you could make fun of Asians all you want. Now if you do it on the radio, you're fired. And then, nappy-headed hose was so terrible. It wasn't terrible a year before that. And it wasn't terrible when this guy said it, but then it became terrible. It just changes. Every fucking week, there's a new outrage. More and more people have to apologize. And we should be embarrassed as a country.
But here's the thing. I don't even know why do people apologize? I mean, because of the advertisers. But I would love it if people were just like, it would mean more to me if people just said, that's how I feel, that's it. Then, don't listen to the show if you don't like it.
I agree, but that's this is the problem. In a world where feminists or anybody, and we're just saying feminists because of Rush, in that moment where people just go, we don't like you, you suck, he would go, fuck you, don't listen.
Right.
And then their little voice,
I agree.
They wouldn't get what they wanted. They would be heard, but they wouldn't get to have him silenced. So like in a spoiled society, we want our feelings to be reacted upon.
Right. And people don't want special interest. They don't want equal rights. They want more rights.
They also want, they're like little children. They want to object, and they want whatever they object to taken away and stopped. Because they can't handle that a guy is saying this stuff that they don't like. That's the fucking, the self-centeredness of everybody. Fucking drives me nuts.
You know what? I agree with you. You've brought me around a little bit.
Oh, good. That said, I hate Rush's radio voice.
You're a douche.
I don't know.
Yeah,
he's a douche.
I just think, what kind of, the thing was that he said it was so dumb. It was just so dumb on so many levels. It was maddening in a way. It's like, A, you don't know how birth control works. B, every woman on the planet uses it. C, it's like it's better than having fucking thousands of unwanted kids. I mean, there's so many things.
No, I agree with that, but I wish you're right. But you know what? If we're going to be that honest, then how about when she's in front of Congress testifying, she makes that argument? Like, let's be honest. Most of the abortions that are being had are not going to grow up to be fucking presidents. Don't hide behind the fact that the rest of us are wrong to think a certain way. Just be very honest about what it is.
We had an argument. She thinks, I had an argument with her last week. Anybody against gay marriage, she says, is a hate monger.
You keep saying that I said it, and I never said it.
He just likes saying monger.
No, you said people could be against gay marriage and not not have any prejudice towards gay people.
I don't believe that. That part I don't believe.
Yes, it's true.
I don't believe it. I believe if they don't want equal rights for everyone, then they have a problem with gay people.
But maybe they believe in the institution of marriages between men. But no, I'm just saying it doesn't mean you're anti-gay. Right. It doesn't mean you're anti-gay.
If they look, let me ask you a question. If they look at gay people, no, I'm for gay marriage. I think that to not be for it is ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yes.
But there are certain people that really think it's unnatural. Like, let's say you're raised religious and you really firmly believe that it's
That's
a
fine. Then you shouldn't
flaw.
do it. Then you shouldn't do it, and you shouldn't marry another person of your same sex.
No. But let's say they look at it like it's a character flaw, like or a defect, like pedophilia. Let's say they view it like that, like it's a sickness.
Okay.
Are they being anti-gay?
Yes.
Because, well, are you I guess you are anti-pedophile in some way.
You have to be, because the thing is, you can't make those kind of judgments because it's adults. And not everybody subscribes to your religion. I don't understand why Christians think that everyone has to live by their rules.
Well, they're
it's
douchebags, that's
it's
why.
like, you go ahead, and if your church doesn't believe in gay marriage, then I respect that, and I don't want you to have gay marriage. I don't want you to have, sex with another man. I don't want you to, don't do any of that stuff. I'm not going to force you to do any of that stuff. But now this couple over here, who they both have really great jobs, they pay their taxes, they adopt kids that nobody else wants.
Right.
Let them fucking get married. Let them have the same rights as you. There's no reason why you should be telling other adults who aren't bothering you.
No, I agree with you.
I'm just saying that there's, first of all, why people hate gays, I don't know. For the most part, they're a pretty decent group. I mean,
they're good neighbors. Their fucking neighborhoods are always clean.
What's that? What did you say?
She said they're not like Puerto Ricans. But their neighborhoods are always clean. Like, you get on a gay block in fucking Chelsea, it's immaculate.
We walked through one yesterday.
Never a fucking problem.
We walked through one yesterday there, and it was beautiful. I said to the guy I was walking with, and Bonnie, I go, look how clean this neighborhood is, And
they have good jobs for the most part. They pay their taxes.
I was only saying if somebody looks out like a sickness, does that make them anti-gay?
Don't say they have jobs and they pay taxes. You can't generalize.
I know, I'm generalizing, because a lot of them have meth problems. And
fucking people are people. But I hate when everybody goes, oh, you don't believe in what I believe in, so you hate me. That's not true.
Yeah, it's not. That's the point I was making with the stupid analogy I gave. Yeah. It doesn't, just because some people are against gay marriage because they hate fags, and some people really just think it's wrong because they think that gay people are sick and that you shouldn't do it.
But that's okay. Then they can live in that world. But I don't.
But is that hate? Is that hate though?
That's not hate. That's
I didn't
what
say.
They believe.
It's hate because it's saying that not everyone should have the same rights.
Like, how about if I think
it's like when And this is the other thing that bothers me about it, is that, all these people, they don't want gay marriage. There's got to be something to it. Look, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who didn't want the end of slavery to happen, and somebody led the charge, and it happened. Somebody had to be the leader. That's what bugs me about the politicians.
The way black people throw gays under the bus kind of bugs me too. Like, black people never see the argument, the civil rights and the shit that they had to put up with and the garbage they went through, and then gay people are going through it, and black people never or very rarely look at it and go, yeah, it is the same struggle. They're like, no, it's a choice. Black people hate when gay people mention the black civil rights struggle.
You can hide being gay, they say, and you can't hide being gay.
Yeah, or that gay's a choice and black isn't.
In this room very well.
Yes, not really. All right, should we break?
We can.
Next weekend.
Yeah, I guess we should plug real quick.
Gay people come to Arlington.
Oh, we're a very gay-friendly show, Bonnie.
We do a lot of. I do a lot of gay jokes and a lot of.
Well, that's another thing too. They shouldn't get. When you want equal rights, you got to take equal abuse too. Jim
David, I asked a question to. I had him and Rick Chrome after Tracy Morgan did his gay thing. Jim David made a good point. Like, I was asking those guys, why do we have this double standard in language for stuff? And Jim raised a good point. He goes, it's not an even playing field.
I agree.
To begin with, so you're more sensitive to that because you're not starting in the same. It's not like two equal shit on each other. It's one who can do things that others can't.
Well, that's not true.
I made actually a good point.
But yes, it's really easy.
Yeah, nobody ever goes, okay, hetero. It's like
true.
People make fun of gay people even when they don't mean to. They'll be like, "Oh, you've been sucking his cock" or something like that.
But that's not true. There's gay comedy clubs in the village and all over, and I'm sure they're going after straight people and jokes like that. So
it's still not a level society. It's not.
You can call someone gay and get a laugh.
But what's a level playing field? What's a level playing field in society?
Okay, a level playing field. Yes, there is.
Okay.
two people who are able to go out and do the same thing, and everything that happens to them is basically whatever choices they make.
I lost you.
I think that's a level
He's
playing
saying
field.
all things considered. That
Both people have an equal starting place and can do whatever they want, and their choices
Who are
will
these two
dictate.
people? Just white, waspy, white Anglo-Saxon?
Two individual. You're saying what's the level playing field? I'm just saying
you're
two people.
When you break it down to groups, blacks don't have a level playing field.
Right.
Gays,
Agreed.
Jews in some areas don't.
That's why when we were listening to that guy on the radio last night, and he was saying like about Chris Rock saying, calling Obama's administration a black party or something.
Black heaven.
Black heaven. And he was like, if we said that, white heaven. I was like, you can't make those kind of comparisons.
I hate when they go
White
after
people,
any comic. Don't fuck yourself.
Silly.
Don't go after comics. I hate it. And I hate when other
and it's called
comics
the White
go after
House.
comics.
It's been called the White House.
Absolutely, as
Other
it
comics
should.
that go after other comics going, oh, he said this and
Drives
this.
me nuts.
When you're a fucking comic attacking another one on fucking Twitter or this and that, stop it. There's enough with bloggers and reporters taking shit out of context. You know, as a comic, don't you fucking do it about another comic? I don't care how bad they are.
That
or
was
how
Rich
good they are.
Vos, everybody, with comics.
Shut
Should
up,
stick
NPR
up for comics.
voice.
More with Rich Vos right after this.
Let's do some plugs. Anthony texted me. He's feeling a little bit better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he is feeling better. He's fine.
And
Tonight
he's obviously not listening.
No, not at all to this show. I apologize if we went off on some boring political thing, but it's hard when you have three friends.
Just doing
tonight through Saturday, Orlando for me.
He wanted to say it's hard when you have these fucking idiots.
No.
Not a lot to talk about.
March 20th. No, you guys are fun just to listen to. You guys are fun just to listen to bullshit with each other. March 29th through April 1st here in New York, Carolines. And then April 12th through 14th.
Show slut.
DC Improv.
That was me.
So,
right.
hold on, one more plug. June 9th, I will be with Artie Lang, Nick DiPaolo, Dave Attell at the MGM Grand Theater at Foxwoods. That's June 9th. Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster.
What happened to Doug?
We did. That was always Doug doesn't want to do the whole tour. And why would you ask me that on the air? It's actually not a problem. It's not a.
No,
Doug literally didn't want to do the whole tour. But what if something bad had happened?
I don't know. Well,
thank God.
All of a sudden, you guys censor what you talk about here. You talk about everything. I'm just saying he's a great comic. So is Nick. You know. I'm not
do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, why would you? Like, what if some
Just
behind
let it go down, and then you go, hey, what's the deal with?
Yeah, like what if it had been? You're right. We do talk about everything on the air, but what if it had been a money issue, which it's not? But let's just say it was.
Then you would have said it wasn't enough money.
But you don't say that though.
Well,
you know,
okay.
I wouldn't do that. But there is. To answer your question, there's no issue with Doug.
Yeah.
He never wanted to do the whole tour. He was actually worried about committing to a whole tour, and Nick wanted to do one, and him and Artie are together, so it's great.
He's going to kill.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to follow him. Anyhow, listen. Next weekend.
Why would you say that?
Next weekend at the Arlington Cinema Draft House, Rich Vos and Bonnie McFarlane co-headlining.
I'm not doing all the shows, but don't ask why.
Yeah, sure. And listen, my new CD, Still Empty Inside, is still on iTunes. Still Empty Inside.
The alternative title, which I thought he should use, was Leave Them Wanting Less.
Boy, if you do that joke one more time, I'm going to fucking flatten your face like it matches your ass.
That was really
good.
fun to watch that one unfold.
I know. I couldn't spit that out.
I know. We'll be right back.
Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Can I say we're back?
Please.
We already did.
We're back. Hey, you know, here's the thing. We go on the road so much, and there's tons of great radio. There's some bad, but I did forget to mention Tom Bernard in Minneapolis, who was fucking. No, don't say OG.
No, because
nobody cares.
Tom Bernard's not listening, going, hey, he did say my name.
No, I'm just saying
that's all that is.
Yeah, no.
What is it? It's all what
you
is.
want to get credit for saying his name, so he can't get mad at you. Shut up.
No, because he's been good to me.
It's, well, all right, whatever reason.
So you thank people that are good to you, and when we were saying certain people, and that we didn't say
You're
certain
accepting
people,
an award,
huh?
I know.
You're not Radio Guest of the Year, thanking everybody who got you there.
No, I just hate Tom's a great guy.
I'm sure he's terrific.
Fred and Reagan, we forgot those guys.
Yes, we did.
Who else should we forget?
Exactly. Do you see how this is going to spiral out of control?
I was just thinking we should do another.
Rover in Cleveland.
I've never done.
I love Rover.
I want to thank.
He's huge in Cleveland.
Gilberto Plaza, who tweeted me, "I'm Puerto Rican, you cunt Canuck."
Gilberto didn't care for your remark.
Gilberto. Actually, people are being really nice. You know what? I'm actually excited to go do this show with Rich.
Oh yeah,
because I know I would say something, but I love the O&A audiences because they really don't get offended by anything.
No, they're the ones that come to the club are great audience because
sometimes you think you look in their faces and you're like, oh, this guy hates me, and then after they're like, hey, I love you. I know.
Well, I will say this: they only ask that you're funny or you're not funny.
Yeah,
that's why I love those crowds. You never, or very rarely. I got grown so much at the Cellar recently. Like Keith Robinson was talking about race and being a situational racist, about how he likes Asians at certain times. It's a very funny bit.
Yeah.
So I went on and afterwards, and I said, I'm also a situational racist. Like, I don't like black people when they host shows. And some people laugh, other people are like, oh. And then I'm doing my racial stuff, and people are getting uncomfortable.
Yes.
And it's like, you fucking cocksuckers. Like, the black guy was just doing racial stuff. It's okay. He can hit. O&A audiences are not like that.
No, not at all. That's the worst when you're on the road. Like in my contract that I make, I say no black openers because it's not them, it's the audience.
Do you really say that?
No.
Oh, that's hilarious. I was about to worship you.
Huh?
I was about to worship you.
No, I pretty much tell all the bookers because it's not the black
See, he
openers.
just said no, and then he said yeah.
Oh, because I don't
like
want to
when you said,
Shut up, don't try to fucking explain because you don't know.
Yeah, he did do that. He wants to be worshipped.
Yeah.
I lied. I don't care about you either way.
First of all, it's not the black comics, it's the audiences that fall for the bullshit and then fucking hate you for doing anything, you know.
That is funny, though.
Yeah,
it's not the black comics. It's the audiences for not seeing what frauds they are. Yeah. Fair enough.
You have a lot of checks there.
Yeah, I go to the bank very...
seldom.
Thank you. I was going to say infrequently, but you can make it one small word if you want.
Seldom.
So yeah, I have to go to the bank.
He's a wordsmith.
I have to go to the bank before I go to the airport. I'm looking forward to getting down to Florida. It's just depressing, the road. It's fucking depressing, man.
Yeah, tell her.
It's depressing because you think that, like, there's certain markets I do great in, and other markets, it's shit. It's shit. And it doesn't matter how much press I do. Like, I'll do, again, Monsters in the Morning. I like doing those guys.
Yeah.
Like, you do look forward to doing certain radio shows because you're like, I'm going to laugh. They're going to be fun to hang with. Like, I know I'll be okay on that one. But morning TV, I fucking hate doing it, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help.
We almost got kicked out of the Monsters in the Morning because of her. Well, back in the day, she walks in and goes, "No, which one's the head monster?" And what else were you saying in there? Remember those?
Oh, they were yakking about some dumb shit, and I said, I think you got some dead weight in here.
Did they laugh?
No, they were really
seriously okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That was.
There was a lot of time. I got in trouble a lot of times.
You fucking killed my fucking road career. You fucking every club I worked.
Don't blame me.
Oh yeah, really? How about Pittsburgh? And then you walked off stage and went to the back of the room going. That was back in the day. She kills.
All right.
But back in the day, she walked off stage and went in the back of the room. Hi, you miss me now?
Someone yelled out, no. Because I left the stage. I just walked off, and the MC was in the back, didn't know. So there's no one on stage, and I walked around to the back of the audience.
Do people not know when you're kidding sometimes?
Oh, yeah, no one.
All the time.
Because it is hard to read you sometimes. I mean, I know you a long time, but I could see people like thinking, like, wow, she's just a bitch. But when you're just being funny.
Yeah.
And you're just being, silly and sarcastic.
A comic last night said she's mean, too mean.
What comic? What great comic said that?
Amy Schumer.
No, did she? Amy?
I go, Amy, if you're saying I'm too mean, I better
scary.
pull it back.
Because Amy is as fucking horrible as you can be.
Yeah.
She's very funny, Amy Schumer.
I love Amy Schumer.
It's nice to see her really doing well. And I say that kind of begrudgingly because I have to acknowledge that she's really funny. But you never want to see someone that opened for you doing really well.
Why?
Because it's a reflection.
You think they're bypassing you?
No, I know they are.
The whole business is bypassing.
I don't think they are. I know when I'm in the right lane and they're in the left.
You're like, see you later.
Yeah, it's like, how's Amy doing? Oh, she's high beaming me. Let me get out of the way. I don't mind it as much with women, though.
Because you're not competing against them in anything.
All right. Any more of my thoughts you want to finish?
Oh, sorry.
But no, you're actually right. That's exactly it.
You're not competing with anybody because you're individual who's.
Oh my God! I can't believe this.
No, not
Rich
him.
Is that the philosophy he lives by? You're an individual. You're an individual.
First of all,
does Rich live this way, Bonnie? Is this the way he like?
No, he's so angry and bitter about everyone.
No, I'm not. Oh no, not about comics. Not talented ones. When I see talented ones get ahead.
Oh, I'll say this for Rich. He's very good at picking out people that really are funny, whether they're guys or girls or starting or been in the business 200 years or whatever. He's always.
Do you know? I always thought that about myself too. Like I have a great ear for music.
Yeah.
Like I know what's going to be a hit, and then I realize, oh yeah, you like the same thing everybody likes. That's why it's a hit.
Right.
Like so, if you pick out people who are genuinely funny, you
sometimes you get jealous of somebody who's doing well, and you can't really. Some people say, I don't think he's good. You know.
Yeah. They kind of, they allow their jealousy to cockblock their fucking real opinion.
No, talent. You know, when you see somebody that's great, that gets something or gets ahead, when there's not only comedy with music, acting, when there's so much fraud out there and so much garbage put on TV. Like I said to somebody before, we don't have a TV show, but fucking storage bins do.
Yeah,
okay.
That is
a
depressing.
guy that's fucking.
If you lived in one, you'd have your own show.
Yeah. Okay. People that fucking this guy that goes and gets rats, which I love, Billy the
Exterminator.
But I'm saying
I like looking at Beehive stuff. You ever look at Beehive stuff on the fucking internet?
No.
What are you talking about?
You talking about the rats?
Yeah.
And
Billy the Exterminator.
No, but I mean, look up bees nests and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like giant fucking beehives that these guys rip down, and they put videos on YouTube. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's awesome. Don't you get scared of bees?
No, bees don't scare me at all.
We have lives and children and stuff, so we don't really have time just to look up bees on the internet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. You have to vacuum that spot while he's golfing. I forgot the Kardashians. I love looking up fucking beehive shit, though. It drives me crazy.
I like reading prison stories.
How did you stumble onto that?
Because he said Billy the guy.
What porn were you trying to look up? Beehives came up instead.
I'll just look up. Bees sometimes on YouTube, and you get some amazing videos. I've seen videos.
What made you think to do it?
Because it scares me. I've seen giant hives getting scooped out. It's fucking terrifying.
One of the waitresses at the cellar was telling me the other night she was walking home and stepped on a live rat. No, that's stand up. And stepped on a fucking live rat as she's walking down the street.
I probably would have went, oh boy, and jumped on a ceiling or something.
We used to go rats. We used to go feed the rats. Me, him, and we took Dustin Diamond one night, and we fed rats. We used to pull up. I'm talking to you, bitch.
She's doing exactly what everyone's doing. They all know that we've done this.
Oh, we haven't told that. No, you get new listeners all the time. That's one thing good about radio.
What are you saying? I wasn't
nothing.
Listening.
Doesn't matter.
No, just tell her how we used to go rat hunting, and feed them.
I took a girl on a date.
You're such a scaredy cat. You'd never do that.
Oh, we actually did. We put peanut butter. This is what a fucking coward is. We sat in the car.
You put peanut butter on your penis and let a rat come eat it off?
No,
that seems
we put on our penis and pretended that we were rats and licked it off each other.
Now you feed the rat.
No, we went to fucking. We put the Reese's cups outside on 72nd and Broadway. We sat in the car. And there was like a lot of them, and fucking Vos locked his door. I'll never forget that. I'm like, you fucking twat, the rats.
Was it a black rat?
But he locked the door.
No, I rolled up the window.
No, you locked the door.
My God.
Well,
it was scary.
The other night we were walking along, and Rich goes, "Ah, rat!" And
you jumped.
Oh.
I was hoping you'd jump in front of a car, but my plan didn't work. How the fuck do you got so many checks? Don't you do it? Come home and cash them after your gig?
One is from no, they're only from. I go every couple weeks to the bank.
Did you ever do that thing on fucking?
Get it out.
Where you get that money from radio?
Yeah,
where they
Sound
play
exchange. Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. You get checks. When they play our stuff on satellite, we have to get paid for that, which is nice.
I don't know where we get the
Rich,
money.
that's John Hamm. Remember when we were down at that that place I used to do stand up sometimes in LA, that Holiday Inn. Was it a Holiday
The
Inn?
Ramada?
The Ramada Inn.
Yeah.
Remember the basement? Him and his girlfriend came in one time, and I didn't realize it till she has a movie out now.
Who is he? The guy from Mad Men.
The guy from Mad Men is John Hamm, but his girlfriend turns out is this chick that does movies. I can't remember her name. But I remember her. I didn't know who he was, but I knew who she was from a movie.
Uh-huh.
And they came down in there. No.
Is this story going to go anywhere?
I put it all together. John Hamm came to an open mic at the basement of the Ramada.
That's one of the worst stories I've ever heard. Believe me, and I've told some duds myself.
That fucking story, I'm just ugh.
So I'm saying John Hamm saw me do stand-up once in the basement of the Ramada.
Now you're at 12.
What does that mean? 12 people?
I don't get
it.
You're going to fuck up my joke?
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
This is just not a way to end. Hey,
if you want to be like John Hamm, come see my show.
I think we kind of limped
if you're
to
a
the finish
madman.
line.
How come you don't do a podcast?
Because I'm on a radio show. Honestly, that's why. I'm not even being a smartass. No. It's because I've thought of it, but I don't have enough dedication to it. Podcast listeners are fucking loyal, but I have this and how much it means to people. What am I going to talk about that I don't talk about here? I talk about 20 hours a week.
Yeah, that's a good point, but...
And I do Boneyard.
Excuse me.
It's too much.
Because Riotcast, what we're on, the network we're on, Riotcast,
yeah,
they would love to have somebody as big as you on
fucking big as me. I'm a zero.
You're not a zero.
Hey, you got to think. You got to be positive,
yeah,
man.
all right, that's true. I'm a one.
Stay positive.
All right, let's get out of here.
You'll be fine.
Feel better, stupid Anthony.
Thanks for having me on. I really had fun.
Arlington Cinema Draft House next week. Can I please have 200 people buy Still Empty Inside this week? I get yelled at for plugging. Why?
Who yells at you?
People on Twitter and stuff. But
don't
plug,
let them.
You know.
Sam, you'll be here after. I think we held the fort down.
I think it went well.
I had fun. I don't know if anybody listening.
Who's that
does,
hottie out there?
I think that's Allie Landry.
Is that a famous person?
She was on the Doritos commercial.
She's totally famous. She's totally famous.
I think that's her.
And she's got kids. She's got 2 kids.
What is she? That's all you do is read that garbage.
I know stuff.
You guys did fabulous today.
I recognize a lot more celebrities than I do. Fucking half of them have no idea who they are.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes for the after show.
Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
You guys missed the show. It's After Opie and Anthony Live. Not the show that was just on. You didn't miss that. Roland was just giving us a concert in here.
What?
Roland was, I guess we've had a guitar in the studio for the last week. And Roland, how come you're not singing anymore? Roland had the guitar up and he was singing. Eric, you saw Roland performing in here, didn't you?
I was watching it through the glass, yes.
Yeah.
He was doing that Elvis hip shaking with the guitar and then doing the windmill.
And Travis was in here. He heard you singing.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to sing anymore?
Because we're live.
We're not live. Nobody's listening. Everybody wants to hear the Roland concert.
Maybe later. A song called Paul's Looking for a Post-it.
Paul? Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, yesterday, but I love when people feedback into After Opie and Anthony Live. Feel free to do it all the time. Twitter name is not Sam. I'm not hiding. I like to read what people think of the show. But, like, for instance, yesterday I said Johnny Cash wrote A Boy Named Sue when we were talking about country music. I got a ton of tweets correcting me saying, no, Sam. It was Shel Silverstein who wrote that song. And I'm glad that they did, because I don't want to sound like an asshole for too long. As long as I can cut it off within 24 hours, it's much better.
They're assholes for tweeting you that.
No, I'm glad that they corrected me on that. Here's the assholes, though. This is where it's beyond me, Roland. I'm glad that there's so much of the audience that can process thoughts that get what's going on here, because there are sections of the people listening to this show that just cannot process thought. They don't understand what's going on around them. They don't know what they're listening to. For instance, here's what happened. So yesterday, there was a big blow up between Paul and Troy for the most part, where Paul's work ethic and what he was doing here was brought into question. A lot of backstage drama going on. The day before that was Tuesday, and that was Eric going under the bus, and Eric and me were going at it. And so this is what happens. People are tweeting me saying, "What's the matter, Sam? Can you not do a show without bringing in the staff for backstage drama? Hey, Sam, enough of this staff bickering. Get back to the show."
That's the show.
That's right. Thank you, Roland. Do you not real? And then, Roland, this is what else I get. That's the one criticism. The other criticism is, Sam, we know what happened during the show. Why do you have to sit there and recap what happened on the show? This is after Opie and Anthony Live. This is the after show. This is the post show to Opie and Anthony. I understand that sometimes we go off on tangents.
But that's how, like, Troy stories bleed into O&A show, because it starts here. The seeds.
It starts here, and then it goes forward. Yeah. So what happens is we talk about what happened on the show, and then we talk about new things to bring to the show. The whole point of this show is to recap some of the things that you might still have questions about that happened on O&A today, and to bring you behind the scenes a little bit and show you what's going on. I'm not doing the Sam Roberts show. If you want to hear the Sam Roberts show, it's on Sundays. If that's what you want to hear,
or podcasts
during this, or the podcast, if that's what you want to hear during this hour, feel free to contact anyone who you want to talk to at SiriusXM and suggest that to them. But for right now, I would assume that what people are wanting to listen to, and what I believe is the proper programming for this time slot, is the Opie and Anthony Show post show. And what that involves is recapping the show and getting to know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, like Paul was looking for a post-it.
What does that mean?
For 5 minutes.
Paul was looking for a post-it for 5 minutes?
Well,
I don't want to go too hard on Paul today. Eric, how's Paul doing in there, by the way? How does he look?
Still looking for a post-it.
Is he looking for a post-it? Oh, Eric's listening to something for later. He had a rough day here on After Opie and Anthony Live yesterday. By the way, Anthony tweeted. Anthony stepped away from the show after the first hour. It seems as the Italian food that he was crowing about all morning suddenly snuck up on him.
And like the delicious burritos, you're like, what a fucking good meal. And then like a few hours go by, maybe 10 hours, and then all of a sudden you're like, what just happened to me?
How did this all happen? How did this delicious food?
Why am I sweating? It's so hot.
Yeah.
Cold in here.
What happened? Yeah. I'm falling into a different dimension.
Yeah. An explosion of the ass.
That's what happens. Huh? So he had to go home so his ass could explode in peace.
Home base. So you need a home base so you can read, relax, watch TV.
Of course, a little shit here and there at work.
Or sometimes it's so
thing.
bad we don't even want to wipe. You just shower it off.
How often do you have shits that are so bad you have to
Once
shower?
a month, maybe twice a month.
So you're every 2 to 3 weeks. Say then.
Well, sometimes it's like so bad you're like, am I going to waste all the toilet? It's going to be a bad one. I don't want to clog the toilets. I just hop in the shower.
So you just flush.
It's like a human bidet.
And you just, first of all, a shower is not a human. And second of all, you just flush, and then you just get in the shower and wash the ass crack right there.
Right there.
It's smart. And Roland, I mean, you have horrendous shits.
You bet, yeah, I do.
So maybe that works for you. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had to do that. I mean, I've had to use more toilet paper than usual.
I had to do that at a friend's house before. It was embarrassing.
Although, I don't even know anymore. There's somebody on Twitter who now doesn't think that we should be talking about shit on this show.
Oh, so let's have a poll looking for a post-it.
Explain to me, Roland. Does this make any sense to you that people are saying not to recap the show and not to bring staff drama up on the air? That's the whole thing.
But that's you, though.
That's why the show exists.
We chister after the show, then people get very upset, then you bring it in tomorrow.
If you just want Worst of Opie and Anthony to play between now and Ron and Fez, all you idiots who just sit there by your radios, anybody who doesn't want me recapping the first hour of the show at 10 o'clock is sitting there listening to the entire show far too closely, and I know you have your own Opie and Anthony MP3s on your computer. So go ahead and make yourself a playlist and turn the goddamn channel. Because there is no way, there is not a chance in hell that I will stop doing staff drama on this. E-Rock, you've known me for quite some time.
Yeah.
What do you think, based on what I believe this show is intended to be, the after Opie and Anthony live show, what do you think the odds are that I'm going to ease up on staff drama?
Slim to none.
None is the answer. Yes. That's correct. And it shouldn't be. That's the whole purpose. That little squabbles can come up on this show, and when they become bigger, if Opie and Anthony want to get into it, it becomes a public thing, and they can bring it onto the main show. Do I have to spell everything out for you? Just trust me, guys. Just trust me. If you don't like what I do, turn off the radio. But until then, just trust me in here. We're going to go up and down like any roller coaster. There's going to be some slow moments, but I promise you, there'll be some very fast moments, too. Trust me in here. I know what I'm doing at this point. Somewhat.
Yeah.
And I'm getting better all the time.
And you have a big guest next week coming to the after show.
That's right. I'm very excited about that. I don't know if I want to announce it yet, though, because you never know. Things change all the time. Tell me what you were talking, because like I said, yesterday's staff drama was Paul and Troy. Paul is our phone screener. And Troy, he flipped off Troy at one point.
Very rudely.
And this led Troy to lambaste him. Troy was obviously waiting for a reason, and that was the reason, to basically bring Paul in here and question. Now somebody feedbacked in, stop talking about criticisms of the after show on the after show. Troy brought Paul in here to question his work ethic and say, what are you doing in here? What do you do? And it was uncomfortable. Roland, we should
bring Troy in, though, to see how he's doing.
You love conflict.
I don't.
You do.
I do.
You start a lot of conflict.
I don't.
You do.
Yesterday I did.
You did. But even you left here because you were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it was real.
Yeah, because once I try that, he gets a thing in his eye, I'm like, I'm out of here.
Which is why I want to, not... This isn't a Paul day today. Paul had his day yesterday, and we got to go a little easy on him.
Yeah, Troy should dress better. Jesus Christ.
But what are you saying? Why are you calling Paul Post-it? Because Roland, I don't know if you heard, during the commercial break, Roland picked up the guitar and started singing songs about Paul.
And I sang a song about you, how angry you were at Paul.
So why don't you do that on the air?
I don't know.
He does, yeah. He stopped as the intro was coming on. He put the guitar down and walked to this table.
There's all positive things about you, though.
Yeah, but you always have a lot to say. You should just say it on the air.
Roland has a lot to say.
A lot to say about everybody.
But it depends on what ears are around.
Exactly.
That's Roland's deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this about Roland.
Oh, no, I know that about Roland.
You know this about Roland.
Yeah.
Eric, what's up?
I'm just finding out we may have a recording of Roland's concert.
No way.
Yeah, if you give us a few minutes, we might be able to pull it for you.
How you feeling, Roland? How's it going over there, big man? How's the road dog doing over there?
I just have to tell Eric one thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, Eric, you know that there are certain things
that was said.
I wasn't in there, so I didn't hear it.
Why don't you give it the old listen before you bring it in?
Okay.
And Roland's gonna go in now. Don't give Roland final edit.
I think Roland should promise somebody another hand job in a fucking barbecue.
Eric, will you take the hand job and steak?
He's panicking. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Steak and a hand job.
I love that.
Because there are certain things. Sal's running back here.
Yeah.
He's probably going to show Paul how to do it. There are certain things. Sal, the intern. You like that one. There are certain things that are said.
Yeah, I just discussed with him. We'll make the proper edits and we'll give you the audio.
No, but was he justified in the edit?
I think so.
Can you say what it pertains to? Is it a management thing?
Just a term that he didn't want.
A bit of a slur.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't say what the slur was, but he did a slur. And if Roland doesn't want to use those slurs on the air,
that's understandable. Yeah.
I mean, he does have to deal with.
It is funny though that like the real vocabulary that staff members want to use is unable to be said on the air.
Yeah. Well,
by just singing a song with Troy, it was nice. It's like,
why were you calling Paul Post-it?
Because Travis heard Jimmy say something. He goes, let's mark that. And then Paul goes, I'll write it down and post it. Then he started writing around. Do you have a post-it? Where's the post-it? Started tapping it right.
Started freaking out about it?
Yeah, like...
You think he was overdoing it?
Yeah, I mean...
Because of what happened yesterday?
Yeah. I just make fun of him. Like, where's the post-it?
Well, it was funny. Yesterday, he stayed a half hour later than usual. 30 minutes.
That's why I said my song.
And Sal, the intern, I walk in because, you had this whole blow up with Paul yesterday about his work ethic. And and comparing it to Sal. So I walk in to the office after Paul is gone, and Sal looks at me, and he goes, "Fuck you, by the way, Sam." And I go, "Whoa, Sally, somebody's feeling
Salvador.
tough. My goodness. What's the problem, buddy?" And he says, "Because of you and what you did on the after show, Paul was following me around for the last half hour and just annoying the shit out of me."
Yeah, Paul asked him back there, goes, "Hey, so what's the biggest USB drive you can buy? What's on the market today?" Like, ew.
Why was he following Sal around?
I don't know. I found it more interesting that Sal was so annoyed with Paul following him that he had to curse me out.
Well, yeah. Why would you get cursed out for that?
Well, he said because of what you brought up on the after show.
Yeah, that's me. You should curse at me.
Troy brought it up, and he said, "Yeah, but you went with it." And I said, "I did go with it."
I bet you the Knicks fan too.
I do have Paul. Yeah, I do have somewhat of a semblance of control of what goes on in here. So I did go with it, but how could you not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, because Troy is probably the most honest guy on the air here. And when I say honest, I mean honest to what he feels. Like, you can agree or disagree, but there's no questioning that Troy is telling you how he feels. And so every now and then, he'll come in here with some shit that is just like...
Well, first Troy goes, "Hey, this is this," and then you piss him off, then boom!
Boom.
Yeah, because I don't feel like I really take shots at people just out of the blue.
I don't think so, but the difference is people aren't used to how open and direct you are when you do get there. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, that should be, I don't know, I think that should be everybody, really. Don't you think?
Yeah, I respect it. I like the directness and the openness, and every time you watch a reality show, the judges that are, mean and open and honest, quote unquote, are the ones that everybody loves, so you'd think that's the way to be.
I just hate pussyfooting around, something where you have a bunch of people in here and everybody knows what they want to say.
Yeah.
But nobody says it.
Sal, how come Paul bothered you so much yesterday, following you around?
It was just kind of like, I got shit to do, and then I needed to pull something for you, actually. I came in here to, get it out of Pro Tools, where we get the shit from.
Oh, that was for production.
I love he's asking all these tech questions now. So, Paul, is it true the computer runs on blah, 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 blah?
No, so and normally whoever's doing the phones marks certain things, like if there's Jimmy does something funny, anything like that. And, of course, the thing that you needed wasn't marked, so I was like,
where's the post-it?
No. So.
And did you tell him, leave me alone?
No, I didn't tell him leave me alone, but he was just standing around, and it was like,
Did he know that you were annoyed by him?
I don't think he knew, but
he does
clearly
now,
see
though.
that I had to do extra work for.
He knows. And what did he want?
What do you mean? What do you want?
Like, what was he standing around for? What was he talking to you about? Oh, he wasn't talking to you about it?
No.
But don't get on Paul's case.
I'm not getting on Paul's case.
I'm not getting on Paul's case either. Everything I had to say to Paul was said yesterday. I was just wondering why he would just hang out, bother Sal. But
probably. Let me talk to Paul real quick. Is he in there? You're not gonna get lambasted today, Paul. Oh, he's got to put headphones on. Paul, you're not here to get lambasted again. You took your beating yesterday. That's a promise I make to you. How you doing today?
I'm all right.
Shaking. Well, why? First of all, I don't understand why Roland is obsessed with calling you
Roland.
Paul.
Like with everything Roland does, he's blowing me, asking Eric if he had Post-its next to him out of proportion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You blowing it out of proportion, Roland?
Do you have a Post-it?
How is it? A rough? Was it rough yesterday?
Yeah, it was a little rough.
Did you talk to Troy at all after the show?
I did.
What did you say?
I told him I thanked him, actually.
Did he, Troy?
Yeah.
What? Roland's wearing shorts and he wants everybody to know. He put his leg up on the table and he's wearing short little Yankees athletic shorts.
Oh, I see the outline of his bag in his shorts.
By the way, those athletic shorts are the only thing athletic about Roland.
And his shoes.
And his running shoes. He thanked you.
Yes. Yeah.
What for?
I don't. You're more welcome to say.
For being straight up with me and kind of give me a kick in the ass that sometimes everybody needs.
You needed that yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
Today he needs a Post-it.
Today you need that Post-it.
Today I needed a Post-it.
Yesterday it was a life lesson. Today it's a Post-it.
Yep.
What did you need the Post-it for?
Just in case, for whatever reason, I wasn't in here, the thing that Travis had asked about, I could write it down so whoever was in here besides me would know to mark it.
What was it? It's just like a production thing?
Yeah, it's something Travis needs.
Ooh.
Like a Post-it?
Like a Post-it. How did you feel coming in today?
Like a dick because I was late.
You were late today.
I was late today. I was.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah, no, it was.
How could you be late today?
Yeah.
After the conversation we had yesterday.
Can the clocks move forward?
No.
You spent an extra half hour here to be like, you know what, I'm turning over a new leaf. And then today you were late?
Today I was late.
How did it happen?
Small steps.
I couldn't even tell you. I woke up late. My alarm. Yeah,
and you
it wasn't even.
You just overslept.
There is no reason for it whatsoever. It was just a dick move.
It's not even small steps. It's 2 steps. It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yes, I know.
At what point do you just say, yeah, you know what, fuck it?
Fuck it, dude.
Fuck this.
Was there any thought when you? What time did you wake up?
5:15.
What time do you usually wake up?
4 o'clock.
Oh, so you were like, fuck.
Yeah, I just grabbed whatever I could throw on and just ran out the door.
Was there any thought where you were just like, you know what? Maybe instead of dealing with the fact that I'm late after what happened yesterday,
I'll hit a tree.
Why would you say that, Roland? I didn't mean for him to kill himself.
And I didn't say kill.
Well, you'd probably die if you hit a tree with a car. You don't think so? Sonny Bono. And that was only
But that was person in the tree. This is a vehicle to tree.
Right, so you're implanting a ton of metal in between you and the tree.
I don't drive, so
you don't know the.
I'm not an expert.
You don't know the physics.
I do not know.
Did you think for a second, just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm never going to talk to any of those guys again. I'm just going to disappear as far as they're concerned. I'm going to quit, and I'm going to never talk to them again.
It may have crossed my mind at one point or two, but I'm not really one who fucks up and then backs down from it.
That's not you.
No, it's not me. It's not
You're
my
just a guy who fucks up a lot.
That's right.
And
then faces the consequences.
You don't fuck up and then back down from it. You fuck up and then you come in and then you fuck up again.
Yeah.
It's not something you can help. You're a fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you feeling better today than yesterday?
A little bit.
That's good.
Yeah. And as far as Sal's concerned...
did you know he was annoyed with you?
Yeah, I did. But the part he left out is that he asked me where it was because he didn't see it marked. So I came in to show him and just went over it with him. As soon as he figured out where it was, I left.
Did you know he said, fuck you, Sam? Well, first of all, no. He said you follow him around for a half hour, and then at 11:30, you smacked your legs with your hands and said, all right, well... I was here for an extra half hour and then left.
That's a little weird. He's denying it now that he's standing next to me.
He's denying what?
That he did that. I think he's on his way in.
No, that's what he said. He said that you slapped your legs with your hands. You said, all right, I've been here an extra half hour, and you left. Paul didn't say, I've been here an extra half hour and then went home.
No, he absolutely did.
All right, that's what you told me.
The whole knee slap thing was, that was irrelevant.
Well, how else does somebody express themselves?
I don't know. Paul came in and was like, well,
maybe if
they stayed here for an extra half hour, I'm going to get going. I was like...
He didn't do this? He didn't go like, well...
That's an utter exaggeration.
I doubt that.
I doubt that. I saw him do it once.
I doubt that.
I saw him do it once.
Everybody does that. That's what you do when you're like, well...
Time to go.
And you slap your legs like that. Don't try... Paul, I think you probably slapped your legs.
May have happened. I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Or sometimes he slaps the armchair. Well,
something like that. Well, time to go. Don't fucking call me a liar. I'm sure he slapped his legs. And Paul, did you know Sal was like to the point where he was going to be like, fuck you, Sam. You made this idiot hang out with me all day. That's the implication, not the quote.
Yeah, I figured Sal was
okay.
fucking getting annoyed.
Okay.
And what did he want? Like, why was he hanging out?
I don't know.
I was waiting for Eric.
He didn't talk to you about anything?
Well,
TikTok.
No, I guess it's just
TikTok.
It's just highly coincidental that you had the blow up, and then he wanted to stay extra. That's
not coincidence, is it, Paul?
No, not at all.
And also he asked Sal about what's the biggest USB drive out there.
Well, the idea of wanting
140 gigs for all you out there.
The idea of wanting to stay later was to actually just do work, not just hang out.
Paul came in to Danny, Travis, in my office and said, "Hey, do you guys need anything from the kitchen?" And I started yelling at him.
Oh,
and I told him, Paul, we talked about this on the air. You shouldn't be asking if we want anything from the kitchen. You should be looking at what's in front of us and realizing what we need and filling that void yourself without asking. He didn't get me anything from the kitchen, needless to say. Are you going to do the extra half hour today? Or are you going to...
I'm going to be here later than that.
How to make up for the lateness?
Well, that and because I have something I'm working on now.
What are you working on?
Let's go take a dump.
Just building some stuff for the 6 o'clock hour.
What is it?
Just
what's the 6 o'clock hour? It's a show.
No.
The 5 o'clock
like
hour.
The filler
the
stuff.
beginning.
Yeah,
the beginning. Yeah. And what's that? Shortening up war stuff bits or something?
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Production?
Yeah, production stuff like that.
And all these vagaries, they drive me crazy. It's like I don't know what's going on around here. You know what I mean?
I don't know if Paul even knows what's going on.
He's not sure about it. He
No,
doesn't know
what he's going to be doing either.
Eric was just like, I'll have you do some stuff for the 6 o'clock hour. And Paul was like, all right.
No,
I'm
it was-
doing some stuff for the 6 o'clock hour.
5 o'clock.
Put me to work.
2.
Yeah.
With
And
the
then-
post-its.
And then just now is when he was questioning, and I said, isn't 6 o'clock hour the first hour of the show? And he went, oh, fuck, yeah. Shit. Yeah, it is.
I guess I should have thought about
I
that.
didn't know that. I didn't realize. Just kidding, Paul.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Not at all. I was kidding. That time I wasn't. So, do we have Roland's song? Or a piece of it or anything? Ask Eric. I think he's working on it over there. Unless he's just getting in position to blow you. He's down on his
He's going to
knees.
have it in 1 minute.
Why don't you throw that mic on him?
I'm excited to hear Roland's song.
Yeah. I mean, if you only have a piece of it.
I've got three little mini songs right now. I'm just loading them into the system so we can play it.
Okay.
So just give me a minute.
Okay.
Ew, I know you recorded me.
Well, you have to realize that when you are in a studio.
Yes, sir.
You pick up a guitar.
Yep, that's me.
And you start singing.
Yep.
Literally with 2 microphones that are plugged in next to you.
Oh, they're plugged in?
We don't unplug the mics during the commercials. That's not generally an industry. I mean, Troy, you've been in more studios than me.
Well, that I just bring the guest in. I don't know about the
in record studios, like when they're recording albums.
Yeah.
Once somebody's like between songs, do they unplug the microphone? No, they wouldn't.
But,
right?
see, I just bring the guest in. I don't know about all the technical shit.
Well, now you do.
You see this wire?
Yeah, I do.
Watch this. See how it's right there. Without this wire, nobody would hear my voice. Which people may prefer, I don't know, but. That's how you know it's plugged in.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought those never worked.
I'm surprised Roland didn't make a bribe to not have this played.
Any kind of bribe? Or you just fuck it. Just
fuck
play
it this time.
Just play it.
Roland still has me barbecue and a hand job.
I know. I
the
will-
barbecue before Bruce didn't count?
No, because I paid for mine.
Oh, all right. So that doesn't count. I heard that your chick, I don't know if she's your girlfriend, I don't know what your relationship is, and I don't want to overstep my bounds.
Yeah, girlfriend, but go ahead.
I heard the lady in your life met Roland.
Yeah?
What did she think of him?
Oh, she loves him.
Yesterday, I can't remember who, there were some girls in the office, and I pointed out that Roland's shirt was riding up on him as he sat down.
Yeah.
And you could see that his Hanes briefs were on inside out.
It was dark in my apartment.
His tighty whities, because Roland wears briefs, and his tighty whities that he was wearing, they're always, by the way, frequently are stretched out and have holes in them.
Yeah.
In the waistband. You can see them because his shirt rides up when he sits down. Hanes was written on the waistband backwards, making it clear that he had put his tighty whities on inside out.
I said it was dark in my apartment, and I get dressed in the dark teeth.
Well, luckily, my girl had a chance to see Roland in his full glory. She really saw
because of the Bruce thing.
Yeah, he was in rare form.
Yeah.
So it was quite a spectacle.
I was pumped.
Yeah.
And then this guy, Club Soda Kenny, yesterday, the past 2 days on the after the after show, he texted me all day saying that, hey Sam, you and Troy are starting a gossip show, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, he kept saying it to me today. I wasn't in the mood to deal with it.
Well, what Kenny needs to realize is he's the biggest gossip of anybody, and he makes shit up and tells everyone.
I know.
He loves the gossip.
Loves it. Loves it. Can't get enough of it.
My dad also emailed me, but that was more based on the country music conversation we were having.
Yeah.
And he was saying, you got to get in further with that because he doesn't like, because I told you I was raised on country music, and he didn't want country music as a whole to be bashed. And he actually made some good points. We were talking about how the crossover stuff, people forget that like artists like Lady Antebellum and Taylor Swift,
Keith Urban,
and to some extent Keith Urban, but like legitimate pop artists that are actually like respected. Carrie Underwood. These are also country music artists.
Shania Twain.
Right. You know what I mean? It still exists. Like, you can get down with a Taylor Swift song, I would imagine.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I wouldn't own any of her records.
Mean, that was a good one.
Why you have to be so mean? You don't like that song?
No, I'm more of a fan of classic country. I don't really care for the new stuff. It's a little too bubblegummy for me, but I don't know. It's just my opinion. I mean, I don't really live in that area. If I lived in that area and that's what everybody's listening to, maybe I'd be influenced by it, but
I don't know, man.
I really have no interest in country music.
I have
whatsoever.
interest in Sam's mom's carrot cake.
Is that a sexual innuendo or literally the bacon?
Oh, no, literally just the bacon.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I got to clarify. Marcos and Yonkers, you're on After Opie and Anthony Live as we anxiously anticipate Roland's singing debut.
Oh, boy. What's going on, Sam?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. Listen, I'm calling in because I need some advice from you guys.
Yeah, I'm here for
Especially
you.
from you and Troy, because I know you guys get a lot of hate. I am getting an incredible amount of hate on Twitter from these fucking assholes that are jealous because I call in the show all the time.
What are they saying? You're just calling in. Although Danny smashed you good in the first hour, but
Well, I mean, just different stuff. Like, it started because they were jealous because I'm calling in all the time. I get through. You guys sometimes talk about me, and they're saying really cruel stuff. I tried to block them.
What are they
but they're
saying?
making fake accounts to fucking follow me and troll on what I'm saying.
You're a
So whatever
celebrity.
I say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
you're a celebrity at this point, Marcos. I didn't know the show had that much influence.
Dude, I didn't know that the hate that you guys get is brushing off on me, which is crazy. Like, what do you do, Sam? Because I know a lot of people hate on you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really block very much anymore. I used to block more. I don't every now when it's just like nonsense, I block. But sometimes I can tell when people are just trying to get blocked. So
I just ignore everybody.
I just ignore it. Almost never respond. Roland doesn't ignore anybody. He blocks and he responds and he says horrible things. But I don't think, you can't give people that much credibility because if people are tweeting you and you don't know who they are, but they know who you are, because obviously if they're saying shit about you, they know who you are. And if you don't know who they are, you're automatically on a higher pedestal than they are. So the last thing that you want to do is lower yourself to the scummy level that they live on. And also, if you're confident, Marcos, in your calls, keep making the calls, and eventually people will turn around. Like, I get way less hate now than I did a year ago, and then I got less hate than I did 2 years ago, because people started to see me as a more multidimensional person on the air, I assume. But that's what I would say, Marcos.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
But before you hang up, we should go to Jack in North Dakota. What's up, Jack?
Hey, Sam.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Marcos, are you really crying about being cyberbullied, buddy?
Well, no, I'm not crying about it. I'm just complaining because these fucks don't stop.
Crying, complaining.
Actually, no. You know what? No, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't call in for actual advice. I just wanted to prove the power that I had, that I can call and get through and get on live with Primetime Sam Roberts. That's the reason why I called.
Oh, so it's a power trip with you then. You're not kind of...
Yeah, I'm popular. Yeah, exactly. I'm popular. Don't hate.
Oh, you're a popular boy. You're sitting at the popular table market.
Yeah, I said that popular table with your mom when she sucked my dick.
Hey, we don't cry at the popular table, Marcus.
Listen, speak some fucking English. I couldn't even understand you, bro. You're like, listen, you fucking hillbilly. Shut the fuck up. Go fuck your mother's mouth.
Wow.
I said we don't cry.
All right. I'm done with this argument. Marcos, have a good day. Jack, have a good day. Marcos really does get hate.
But why?
I don't know.
I don't know what the problem is.
Like, I never thought, like, he does always get in. He's always got something to say.
I feel like Marcos makes good points.
Yeah. It's never, like, remarkable.
Right.
Like, he's not like a Steve from Bayshore who's throwing lines in, and you're like, oh, shit, that was pretty funny. It's just like, okay, Marcos made a good point there. We can expand on that and keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Maybe it's because Kurt Love, I don't know if Kurt Love, another super fan, is mad at him because he hasn't been talked about because the guy he's dating, Bobo, hasn't been back on the show. I don't know what it is.
Oh, so Marcos and Kurt have some beef?
It could be.
Yeah, Kurt, he Twitters me like, hey, what's going on?
Well, because I don't know what's going on because
I'd rather him and Bobo leave him alone and let them live their lives.
Yeah.
In love.
Eric, do we have a little music to play for the people?
Oh, do we?
Do you like it?
We have 5 cuts.
Okay, well, maybe we'll see how many cuts we actually play. But...
They're all very short.
Okay, let's play. This is Roland during the commercial break before after Opie and Anthony Live, who came in here. And this, by the way, oh, Sam's a shit stirrer, blah, blah, blah. Roland walked in here. I didn't say a word to him. He picked up the guitar off the couch, and he started singing about Paul and his Post-its and his mother. Let's listen to some of it.
Oh, I forgot. Whose guitar is this?
I don't know. It's been here for a week.
Paul, where is the Post-it? Where's the Post-it? My name is Paul. Eric, you have a Post-it. You have a Post-it. My name is Paul. I tried to work hard now because Troy yelled at me.
I wish we were.
Troy doesn't like me anymore.
Paul's definitely listening to you right now.
This is what he does.
Paul, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. Troy still hates you because you're fake working today.
Fake working. This is what Roland does. What did you last thing you said?
God hates you too.
Did he just say God hates Paul too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I talked over that. This is what people don't understand. Roland is worse off the air than he is on the air.
Awful.
100%. How many times a week do you get prank called by Roland, Troy?
10 plus.
10 times in a 5-day work week.
Yeah.
Not true.
I just have to literally turn off my phone.
Not true.
You want to play another clip?
No.
Troy, are you enjoying the?
Oh, I love it.
You do. So you want to hear a little more of Roland's Paul song?
Please.
Okay.
I don't. Paul doesn't know. Shit. Paul can't even answer the phones because they ring. Hey, Sal, do you have a Post-it? Eric, do you have a Post-it? I have an idea. Wait, it came from Travis. You worthless piece of cocksucker.
You need this paper, Sam? This is yours?
You worthless piece of cocksucker. Is that what you called him?
I'm an artist. I was just trying to work out a song.
Eric, find out for me. How does Paul feel that Roland was in here with a guitar singing songs about how he's a worthless piece of cocksucker?
Paul, how do you feel?
How does that make you feel, Paul?
I'm pretty honored that Roland would immortalize me in song.
Well, he called you a worthless piece of cocksucker.
No, I didn't call him. It was just a song was referencing.
No. The song, actually, the lyric is Paul is a worthless piece of cocksucker.
Yeah, I probably could have done without that.
Yeah, that one is what hurts more, being worthless or being a piece of cocksucker?
I think worthless would rank higher for me for being hurting more.
Do you think it hurts more because you were so late today?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
It's
so
harder
I hate
to
myself a little bit already, you know?
Yeah, so this is just putting salt in the wound.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I hate to see that Paul hates himself. On that note, we should listen to a third track. Why don't you hit it again, Eric?
Troy yelled at Paul. Paul cried like a cocksucking bitch. Yeah. Thank you. No, thank you. From the heart.
Did you say to the tune of Here Comes the Bride, Troy yelled at Paul, Paul cried like a cocksucking bitch? You're so hurtful.
I'm not a lyricist.
Are you proud of yourself?
No,
You are, aren't you?
No, because I didn't know you recorded it.
Troy, is Roland proud of himself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he loves it.
I mean, he's a little embarrassed, but he knows that he thinks he's funny and he's like...
No.
But he loves doing this off the air.
Yeah.
He hates it when all the ears are open.
His best material is when it's just you and him.
Yeah. He hates it when everybody's ears are
I
open.
do. That's why that's why I did it for you guys. Like,
That's the difference between me and Roland. I upset a lot of people, but ears are always open.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
You'll take it on the air, off the air, whatever.
I say the same things. You've seen me around different people.
Yeah. I just don't. Like
Roland prefers to make a
Off
couple
the air.
jokes off the air, privately. And on that note, why don't we hear the fourth track? Why don't we hear the fourth track of Roland and Paul, the song?
My name is Paul. Rock it out. I wear bandanas like mysterious. Do you post it? Yeah, post it. Troy yelled at me.
Bring it down.
Troy said I don't work hard.
Never appear on any delivery.
I agree with him.
What do you do for the show, Paul?
I do nothing. I just said where's the post-it. I said where's the post-it. Hey, I got an idea. Yeah. Wait, that's your idea, Sam. But I got a post-it. I wrote it down. That was my idea. Because I'm Paul. Look at my bandana. I'm badass.
You may or may not know this. Paul wears a bandana every day. That would help explain. Roland, thoughts?
Play another clip. That's what he's
That's what you
like.
think? And this is the last clip, Eric?
It's very short. It's the very end.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, this is the... Oh, no. I don't work on Fridays. I don't work on Mondays. I don't work on Tuesdays. Because I'm Paul. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
I don't work on Mondays. I don't work on Tuesdays. And you can hear, if you listen closely to that clip, play that clip again. Listen to the strategy of Roland, okay? Listen to when Roland's song stops and listen
to what's in the background.
Listen to the ambient noise.
All right.
You can hear the studio monitors and the production that's playing that was on this channel just 30 minutes ago.
All right, here we go.
I don't work on Fridays. I don't work on Mondays. I don't work on Tuesdays. Cause I'm Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What'd you hear, Troy?
Like right before the microphones get cracked to come live on the air.
The intro for the after show was halfway over, and he put the guitar down and walked over to the table.
Yeah.
You deserve this, Roland. You piece of cocksucker.
I apologize to Paul.
I think one day, though, Roland's kind of becoming at the verge of where he's just going to snap. I have this feeling. And I have a feeling that all the banter off air he's just going to come on air and just.
Troy, who do you think Roland is going to snap on?
That's a good question. Whoever pops the pin, whoever has the pin.
Can I tell you who I think Roland is going to snap on?
Who?
Me.
No, I think there's some people ahead of you.
No, this is what's going to happen. Roland is going to be pissed off by everyone else. He's going to take it all in. Because Roland and me play fight all day.
Right.
We just start yelling at each other all day. So he's comfortable
That's true.
yelling at me, and he's comfortable being real with me.
Yeah, but he won't go to weird places with you.
But here's what'll happen. He'll get mad at because there aren't weird places to go with me. I'm very open about everything.
Right.
He will be mad about something you said. And he'll be mad about something Eric said. He'll be mad about something Danny said. And he'll keep it all in because he doesn't want to get into it. And then I'll just be like, shut the fuck up, Roland. And that's it. That's the snap.
Yeah.
He'll snap at me, but all the venom that he has towards everybody else will start to spew. Like a geyser.
Yeah, I agree with that. He definitely does. He has misdirected anger.
Something that I'll say that will be meaningless,
Right.
that will have nothing behind it, will be the thing that pushes Roland over the top.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of anger towards a lot of people, but he will not vent his true anger.
Unless push comes to shove, because he's done it before. You don't have a quick clip of Roland angry, do you? If you don't, I mean, we've done a lot of it. We just played Roland.
Let me look.
Don't worry about it, because I want to play some other
Big
stuff,
fan
too.
of underwear. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Blue Bull.
Blue Bull. That's what's on my shirt. You have Yankees shorts on that don't cover your knees.
I think Roland
I
has
have Yankees fever.
I think Roland has a big penis.
You do, Troy.
I do.
This is interesting, Troy. You bring this up out of nowhere. You think Roland has
a giant wad in his pants.
I hadn't thought
My
about
mom,
this.
like we say in Mexico, a big burrito.
A big burrito.
Well, because he wears these tight shorts.
Yeah.
In honor of some people.
And I see the outline of his genitalia. It's so tight.
Who you wear the tight shorts in honor of? Look at him. He's going to pop.
He can't breathe.
I don't know who he wears tight shorts in honor of. Who's it in honor of?
I don't know.
No?
Jesus.
Jesus. Who do you wear the tight shorts in honor of?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does it mean?
I don't know what he's laughing at. What does the person who wears tight shorts that this is in honor of? Does he work here?
No.
That's a lie? So
No.
yes is the answer. Troy, do you have any idea Eric, who is Roland's tight shorts person?
I don't know. I want to find out.
Somebody probably wears really tight. Who wears really tight pants?
I don't know.
I know.
Like, it's a guy, I'm sure. So it would have to, huh? It would have to be somebody with a camel toe.
Yeah.
I would think. A male.
I don't know.
A male camel toe. Maybe one of the executives?
No.
Definitely not. It couldn't be an executive, right?
On-air host.
Travis, who wears... Have you heard Roland breaking down in here?
Yeah.
Who wears... First of all, Roland is so unprepared for any of this to come up on the air, for his bullshit to come up on the air. Who wears the tight pants? Did you...
I know.
You do?
I know what Roland told me.
But you won't say the name.
I don't know.
Okay, so...
Like everyone, I'm scared of Roland.
Are you scared of the person in another... You wouldn't be scared of them because you're not saying it. But are you scared of the person if you had said that about them? Is it a bad idea?
If I'm Roland?
Yeah.
No, Roland, he doesn't care.
He doesn't have any authority over Roland.
Yeah.
He does have authority over Roland.
Sure. I mean, look, everyone above our position has authority over us, right?
Yeah. Don't point at me. Roland's pointing at me and mouthing, you son of a bitch.
I like how you're assuming it's just one person.
Is it multiple people? Because Roland
Don't
said,
you have a fucking funny catch, you asshole?
Roland said it's in honor of someone. Roland said it's in honor of someone.
I'm not saying any names, but I'll say I know.
But don't you have like a flight to catch to
You know what
Anaheim?
I'm
for
going,
WonderCon?
I'm going to Anaheim later today for WonderCon.
Yeah.
I enjoy my friendship with Roland.
You know what time my flight is?
It should be fucking now.
5:30 p.m., baby.
Right
I
there.
got all day.
JFK delays on the thing.
Excellent. I got more time then to hang out with
Yeah,
you.
that doesn't mean he has to leave earlier.
Yeah, why would I leave early?
Ah, you wizards.
You really put your foot in it that time, didn't you,
What
buddy?
the fuck is going on with Roland?
Somebody wears tight pants around here.
I don't know.
He's just in a weird mood today.
Well, because he gets... Here's the thing with Roland. Roland says dangerous things in private. Like, he talks all kinds of shit, and he makes horrible, inappropriate jokes about people who, if they heard, would be very offended, have power over Roland. Like, he can't say the things that he says. So when we get him in here, and he's comfortable, he ends up starting to say some shit, and then he starts laughing at himself because he realizes he just put his foot in his mouth.
Oh, I wish he'd just let it rip.
One person would be really disappointed if they found out.
I think I'm starting to... Is it a person who has been disappointed by what other people on this channel have said about him?
Yeah, but I mean, that's like, that could be 10 different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
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 But it's the guy I'm thinking.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the guy you're thinking. No.
Oh, not that guy? Is it that guy, Roland?
No.
You know what I'm doing right now?
It's the best impression I've ever seen.
I'm doing something with my hand. Roland, what are you looking at now, Roland?
Something's happening in Baghdad.
What's going on?
I mean, people are guessing. Kent, you're on After Opie and Anthony Live.
It's Rich Davis. You know, Rich.
How come? Does Rich Davis wear tight pants?
He does.
Oh, very much so.
How do you know that?
I listen to Cavino and Rich sometimes.
What for? I'm just kidding.
Well, when Fezzi goes on one of his old rants, just turn the channel over to Cavino and Rich.
And they just do a show about Rich's tight pants?
It is Rich.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks, Ken.
You are correct.
Roland
sir.
gave it up. It's Rich.
It's Rich Davis. All right,
Rich Davis.
ladies and gentlemen, we got to the bottom of this mystery.
Stanley T did one day and Rich did the other day.
Yeah, I'm glad that you were all here listening to After Opie and Anthony Live to get to the bottom of this.
I thought Travis said, is it more than one
It's Stanley T and Rich Davis.
Is it Cavino and Rich?
No, it's Stanley T one day wore these really, really tight pants.
It's weird. He usually wears baggy pants.
That's one day.
My jury duty day?
Yeah.
Because I didn't... Okay. That makes sense.
He wore these new pants, and they're uber tight.
That makes sense. Brett in Maryland. Brett!
Sam.
Yeah.
Sam.
What's up?
How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
To say, I've been listening for a year.
Yeah.
I hate you just as much as the first day.
You don't hate me. You don't hate me less than you used to. Honestly.
No, just as much.
I don't
You're
believe that.
Still better than a tape.
Okay, so you still prefer me just because it's somebody live?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
But you don't you don't like me better than you did a year ago?
No.
I don't believe it.
Do you believe that, Troy?
I believe that he probably likes you a little more. Because why would he? Because with all the channels here on Sirius XM, to tune to something else. Wait for Ron and Fez. Like, why are you listening?
That should be your new tagline. At least I'm live.
Right, yeah, at least it's something live. Yeah, well, there's other live shows on. Why don't you listen to Sway? He's fucking tearing it up.
I like that. I'll do that. Thanks.
All right, Shade 45. That's the channel. Number 45. It's easy to find.
Yeah, I mean, Larry Flick
a
Live.
lot easier to find than our channel.
Yeah. I mean,
Larry Flick's live.
They'll say what they want about you, but they're listening.
They certainly are. I think they're listening because of Roland, personally.
The hotline.
Oh. He's on. I think it's got to be Kenny, I would assume.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Clubsode Kenny on Facebook.
You're on After Opie and Anthony Live, Kenny.
That's not the name of the show.
This is what I was talking about earlier. This is what Kenny's doing now. He's talking about, what's the name of the show?
The Busybody Show with Sam and Troy.
Okay, and what does it make you What does it make you, Club Soda Kenny, if you spent your entire morning going from person to person? You went to Vos, you went to Bonnie,
Sturniolo.
you went to he did it to Sturniolo,
Yep.
Steve Sturniolo from Raw Dog. You went to the host of the Morning Mashup. You went to Troy. You went to me. You're texting me all day.
He told me.
You went to Roland. What does it make you if you're going to everybody who works here and talking about my business?
Sam and Troy, we're two guys who are up in everybody's business.
It sounds more like you're the one who's up in everybody's business, doesn't it?
Sam and Troy, we're two guys who like to talk a lot of shit.
That one does. I mean, yeah, we said it's fun to talk shit, and you're not even coming up with original lines. You're literally reading the text messages that you sent me yesterday.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do?
Come up with something. You got to deliver.
We're two guys who are both short and tall.
You're both short and tall? Troy, do you know what that means?
No.
You don't get that.
No.
You're done with him.
Maybe small
It's just like...
All right, Kenny, I'm going to take a vote. Who votes hang up on Kenny? Okay, that's 2-1, Kenny. I got to let you go.
I didn't hear anybody say anything.
Two people put their hands up. It wasn't, you know.
It wasn't me.
Huh?
I like the Busybody show with Sam and Troy. I'm trying to get you guys on Raw Dog.
And then, first of all, I don't need to be on Raw Dog. And well, actually, I would do a show
You'll be on Raw Dog with your WonderCon.
No, I'll be on WonderCon Radio with my WonderCon. But second of all, Kenny, you're the busybody, and you spreading these lies. Like Vos actually came to, because people don't realize that Kenny just lies all the time. And Vos actually came to me today and said, "So Sam, you picked up a partner? I thought your show was doing well." I said, "Kenny just made it up off the top of his head."
Yeah.
Troy comes in and hangs out. Travis comes in and hangs out. Roland comes in and hangs out. But it's not a partner.
Right.
Because it's not like it's after Opie and Anthony Live. You don't need a partner for this show. Is that it, Kenny?
The Busybody show is very popular.
Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate your support.
Yeah, and I don't lie.
Yes, you do.
Did you wear a hat yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, so I told the truth.
Goodbye, Kenny.
All right, goodbye, Busybodies.
Hang up on him. You see what we have to deal with here? Roland is over here talking shit off the air and then going crazy when he comes on the air. Kenny is making up bullshit and reading it off to everybody.
And Roland's always surprised when it comes up on the air.
Yeah, you talk crazy shit.
I didn't think you were going to say that.
You talk the craziest shit. You don't think that when I'm sitting back there laughing my balls off at the shit that you're saying, you don't think that I'm going to eventually talk about it on the air?
No, I trust you.
You trust Sam? Listen, I just told Troy, there's not a lot. If you get to know me off the air, it's not an interesting thing because you know it all already.
I know. That's what I'm usually when he smashed Sturniolo's banana.
Well, yeah, he did yesterday. And, all right. Roland, Steve Sturniolo, who works on Raw Dog.
On air.
Yeah, he's on the air.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean by that?
He's on air talent.
Is he?
Yes, sir.
How do you know?
I thought he was just a producer.
No, sir.
How did you find that out?
The company email.
The newsletter?
Yeah, it said Troy's the producer.
Mhm.
All the new titles.
And what did it say about Steve Sturniolo?
On air.
On air talent. So Roland has decided not to let Steve forget about that. I mean, he probably wouldn't let me forget about that, but it doesn't apply to me. What? He didn't let... Yeah, I'm a producer. He didn't let Steve Sturniolo forget about that. He reminds him... It's weird. He reminds him of it every day. And yesterday, Steve Sturniolo left his desk, and Roland went over for no reason, smashed his banana, and then left it on top of a Mike Birbiglia CD on his desk.
I thought that was more of an insult.
Which I didn't get at all.
To the banana?
But... and then Roland and I left. I don't know what the outcome of that
So your
was.
bad banana and bad comedy equals...
You're not a fan of Birbigs.
No, I mean, I've known him for years, and then the man I saw him at the party, hey, what's up? And he ran away from me.
He big-timed you.
Yeah, don't be a dick, finally.
Has he changed since he did that thing in the store window?
Or since he has a sleeping problem or whatever, yeah.
I've heard he sleepwalks. Because wasn't...
You should get sleepwalking into someone's foot in his ass.
You got into a fight with Vos on the air a few years ago. Wasn't Birbiglia on your side that day, or no?
Yeah, that's when he needs help. Now he's a big time.
Now he's all good.
Mike Big Time.
Yeah.
And I don't think Vos likes Birbiglia at all, right?
No, Vos doesn't like him at all. They got into a big fight that day, too.
Because he took a shot at him today.
Yeah, well, I didn't know we were going to point that out so literally. I thought it was just going to be swept under the rug.
Nah.
But he did. Well, listen.
Yeah, he lost.
Hopefully Anthony's feeling better. It's not like him. And Eric, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I apologize. The last 2 days, I swear to God I intend to play these clips that I ask you to pull.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
Because I wanted to play the Jimmy in the elevator clips.
No, look, it's fine because we got radio gold out of Roland today.
You understand these things happen.
That has to take preference over everything.
Can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday, when I started a fight with you, I didn't have shit to play. I had no clips. And you know this because you're the one who cuts out the clips.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had clips to play, but I couldn't give up on the Paul and Troy discussion. And today I had clips to play, but I couldn't give up on this Roland thing. Not by a long shot. So I do appreciate, though, that you go to the work, even though you know that things come up here. Hopefully Ant's feeling better. You know,
shitting
it out. Yeah, hopefully he can get all that Italian food shit out of his system. I'm assuming that's what it was because he was out of here. But regardless, we will be back. I won't be here tomorrow. I hope you will be, the audience. I'm going to be in Anaheim. I'll be on WonderCon Radio all weekend. So I guess listen to that if that's your thing. If you don't like me, don't, because you're a fucking idiot if you do. I don't want to hear about it. Huh?
That's not nice.
Well, it'd be a pretty dumb thing to do.
Today,
Everyone has opinions.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog's going to be
and
here.
Walter.
I'm really jealous.
I'm going to try to get on Who Kids interview then. Ron and Fez are coming up next. WonderCon Radio this weekend. Opie and Anthony back tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
Opie and Anthony show is now over. For real this time.